Desk. Big up Coach's Desk. Big up. Tune in. Blessings, man.
Definitely. Good afternoon, all the viewers. Listening and watching the number one program and YouTube. I've been watching some of the videos too. Very interested and informative, and stuff that you have to think, gives you an opportunity to think. So I'm happy to be here.
Your style and your flavor make the city rock. They must say the season come out with a bang. Coach Minzy, best round here. Remember that.
All right, people, welcome back to the show. Welcome back. This is the live post-match reaction. Everybody know what transpired in that game. Yeah, everybody. It was a tough game. It was a game that we would have expected to win. We were wary. We were wary of what transpired. We were wary of the opponent. But, I mean, it is what it is. You know what I mean? We got a fine whopping by the Panamanian team. Yeah, simply put. Yeah, man, it was a fine whopping. Nothing that we expected. I said 3-0 for the Reggae Boyz, but it happened that the scoreline was reversed. You know what I mean? So it can't be business as usual going forward. Something has to be done. Yeah, man, something have to be done, man. Me not like what go on, people. Yeah, telling you the truth. Players looking lethargic. Players not playing with purpose. All of these things go on. Yeah? Me not like what go on, start. I don't like what transpired. Too many players did not play well. You understand? And it is an indictment on the team. It caused the team not to look like the quality players they are. Yeah? Well, I mean, I tell you, man, it rough. It rough. You understand? And me not go around the thing. No, things need to fix. ASAP. At the foot of the table. 2 games. 2 loss. Sorry about that, people. Sorry about it. Yeah, man. It's an indictment to the team, man. Man. Team not play well. Simple. Team not play well. And when the team play well, we talk. And when them not play well, Mark, we have a talk. So I think that.
Yeah, man, definitely.
Yeah,
You know,
man.
if we
We have to critically analyze them.
balance.
We look on them stats and see who play how. You see me I say? That is going to be an important aspect of this whole breakdown of the game, you know. It can't be business as usual going forward. I think that the players, trust me, I can't overemphasize it. Lethargic display. Lethargic display from the players. I mean, now go on it. I will forever say it. For this game, the display wasn't good. Yeah? And it is what it is. But we still have a target as is. Welcome to Cataract. Welcome to Mark Plunkett. I'm just run through some of the comments in the comment section before we move forward. Digital Home Tech embarrassing. Yes, it is an embarrassing performance and result. Tap out. All right. CD, I already tell you to upgrade the school. We always need to upgrade the staff. All right, cool. Don't have nothing against him, but I know him well. Good tap for no good star. All right. Eagle Republic. Anyone seeing Hubert Bobsy? We still believe Cataract. All right, Pagan, big up yourself. Yeah, man, we still support the team, you know, people. I don't want people to get me wrong, you know. I am still supporting the team, but I have to critically analyze this display. And this display was a below par display. And if I talk about this display, it is not that I am not going to follow the team. I'm still with the team. You understand? So if they play the next game and then win, I'm going to be in a jubilant mode. You understand? Bravo, big up yourself. JPS. Big up yourself, JPS. All right. Everyone wants a team to win, but not everyone wants to hear the truth. Dranic. Go see which players want to play for Jamaica after this. All right. I guess the comments are going to be coming in ruthless tonight in the mark. Ruthless. And you can't blame the fans. You cannot blame the fans, you know, because they, with this team on paper, and I did say football no play on paper, but with this team on paper, we were supporting the team. Yeah? And we had to. Because of our Reggae Boy team. You know what I mean? But it was one of those days. The whole team play bad. All right, Fabian Full, definitely. Still rallying behind the team. Yes, Owen, big up yourself, man. We're not on jump ship, but we have a talk about whatever transpired. Cataract Marita, but take your beating. All right, J-Ross saying that. Well, then big up Cataract when Anthony Grant play, you know, and know they get beaten. They must say Cataract to take him beaten. So I don't know what that means still. J-Ross, every top I put out there look the same. It's not the players, it's him. I don't wrong the rest of English-based players. Them try to hold out for the England call-up, but because they know 2 championship and a League One midfielder, and we can't pass some decent ground through pass. No system, no tactics, no nothing. I'm sorry for the English ballers that came in and thrown in the deep end. It was like a summer pre-season match. How many name players play for Panama again? No League One DJ player, you know. Can't blame Ravel or DJ, but Ravel and DJ is not a tackler. That isn't their playing style. Blame the coach. Comment enough in a mark. I'm just going to read it because it's live early now, 10 minutes. Definitely 99, we got score a yard in the starting level and not even given time Simone start more than 4 English players. The player need to throw away that style of play. We aren't going anywhere with that. Team is what we need. Leon Bailey said it, and they will kill him. George Dixon, we have a system and our chemistry. Long ball only puts more pressure on us and give the other side the time to build and make plays. Exactly, King Amir. This long ball play what them make. That's a one-eye problem when we find with the team tonight. I'm going to talk about that. George Dixon, what is it with obsession with these yardies? We have played together for years and still no progress. Boy, look on USA and Canada team. Jesus Christ. Like we went 98.
Yeah, man, coach, you come in quick and fast.
Quick and fast.
Yeah, course, because it's the easiest thing to say. Tap her out. You know, so you don't have to put nothing. You don't have to put nothing on that. But me, I don't mind the real fan them, you know. If that's your opinion, I respect that opinion. But me, I love to sit down and see a man skin him teeth and try to joke out my side and clown my teeth. And sit down and take it. You understand? Me now go do that, brother. Those are fighting words, dog. We don't mind if we lose. If we lose and we get beat and we get taken to school, and just that. That for all my you think phone a clowning easy. When they go in my little hooligan side, the man that tell me about Jamaica, what I say? But just have to hold my composure. Wednesday again, me back at it, me not leave. But coach, this shows about some people who were sitting in our house around with table and I throw pies in our well and I laugh when we're dead. But it's not going to go so, brother. We are keep fighting and we not stop the Reggae Boyz. Before the coach, me don't really see. People boss say must make better substitutions. The substitutions that they made today change the game and bring the game around.
You know, firstly, we have to give him credit. First, we see make some substitution.
Exactly. And not only that, you know, Cataracte coach.
Yeah,
not only that, you know, I have one of my friends them saying that how come Stopper start with 3 standing strikers and stuff like that. These people not keeping in mind the stipulation that is set in stone because of Corona. We have limited amount of players that can play, right? The players them are resting for Costa Rica, the English-based player, them can only play 1 match, and it's like the man them forget that completely. And I said, Tapa pick this. It's like people don't understand the circumstance around the entire team.
But you
know, I say anything right now.
Yeah, refer to the pandemic, man.
Yeah, man, refer to the pandemic. I know it affecting the red flag states, the amber states, and the green states. Jamaica is in amber, so that's why the English-based players could even play today. If not, if we're not the red, then who would see them? Who would see man like a Roof or Antonia? You understand? Some people forgetting all of that as well. The coach them use the players them what them have. The players them not perform as how they should. They make changes early. And there's an entire team not perform. And this is the result.
Persons are saying, how can you change the entire back line? As you alluded to, Mark, apparently they don't see what going on.
Yeah, we can't hold them joke.
Coach, you know what they want, coach? Guess what they want, coach? They want to see Damian Lowe get injured and can't play for the next 6 months. And then they say, oh yeah, man, Damian Lowe injured. That you don't want to see.
But the man can't come on the field.
Come like that, they want to see.
The man take coach, because I never go and talk against the man have a big gash from the top of his thigh. Go straight down to his knee. When the man rake the studs, it put a gash. It's a one big bandage on the up. Oh, if I walk up in a lobby. So people just go easy. Jabba was sorry when someone.
And then people say play in the bench. People say play in the bench. Who is on the bench?
Hold on.
On the bench.
You see, the comments that the people are making,
No man.
we're not try to smother them and muffle them.
No, I'm not
Go on
talking
and
about.
talk.
I'm not talking. No, I'm not. Everybody have the right to talk.
Yeah.
Because them are the fans and we know who they there. So, but you have some man coach that they come now to tell us that they are the greatest football and yeah, them should dip on Sky Sports and yeah, because deep down in their mind, me don't know if I then go I will be a man to the side. Cause me don't know I must will be a brother. Me don't know if we are chang over Europe, but I get a money guy said guy banana tree. You understand? I don't know. But that the side everybody come out lethargic, coach. Man did a walk. Big lion we will bring it look like a kitten this today. Right? And we have to go give you some milk and some we got again puppy chow. Yeah, we have to feed them up and make them know when they come down and some low badness. You
All right,
understand?
listen
But
now,
coach, some
Ketar.
player get into look on Kemaru. When Kemaru start, when Kemaru they kind of last in the game, you know. And you see the nice glancing anywhere make where force a point blank save. So there are some positives to take from it, to take in the thing. And we will bounce back. We decided that play in Mexico could not come here and play today. People are mad people. You couldn't play at altitude in a mud and go come start today. That
Legs
wouldn't
are
work.
heavy.
And they go get up and play against Costa Rica.
And mad people get her. We feel like them just a talk for talk. Them don't really care about the players.
Last me said, coach, me could have come this up. Me
Somebody
could
I
have
beg you
come
when I
this up.
come for it.
Devon, let me let the man don't know. Me tell you, man. See you, coach. I saw me go a match, you know. So me full set a Campari, it not pull a one, me pull a drink, it don't kill one back like Campari. But me I try go with sober reasoning. I me box a white rum, coach. I saw me go match there. We not run joke, coach. This is our life, you know. Outside of girl and with music. And we love it said way. I said when me want to feel bad and bad when cataract we never get a lock off, but we get some bad beat, you know. But we have to wheel and come again. And same on the side, we have to wheel and come again. When me go in a stadium, I have 24 back like I walk with, you know. Everybody around me have a nice and cups have a full and the joy have a dead so. Chalice body that chalice blaze in my section in the bleachers, you know. So it's a family and it's a love. So it's not a thing where a man comes skinning like him a clown side. If a man a hurt and he want to say tap her out, me can't stop him. I'm not going to beat him. But me just going to ask you tap her out and who in. That's all I'm going to ask. You understand? This thing, coach, let me tell you something. Coach, if you be surgical about it, we have to go back to the source of the problem. Right? And for me, cataract, the source of my problem, Plunkett and Devon, is the Jamaica Football Federation administration. And the bungling that take place that even bring us in this position. That even if we want to get Tapper out, we don't have a dollar to get a coach. What do you want to pay the coach with? Campari? A Campari not going to pay the coach with?
Them just a talk for talk, Keter. Them not look on the overall effect. You know, getting out a coach, causing a team, the moral. Them does not understand. We don't know, yeah, man. People just talk.
I said simple things, coach. You remember I said to you, say, I would have, why we have played Premier League and sat down at Sunday? I would have taken, we had 8 English-based players here, right? I suggested that we take a next, maybe 20 players from the Premier League, the Jamaica Premier League, and make the man them have a full and proper training. Can play 11v11. No, that can't do. It's those, so some of those things are the things that I talk about, the administration, no marketing. People are come and show at 5 o'clock and ask what time are the match. Which channel and link we can watch the match for. Why coach have you put it up? The JFF website and the YouTube not even gunfire upon this. So. You don't believe a dead yard I keep and 9 night. Like a them plan for the side loose, so them I keep 9 night plan for them thing, coach. You understand what I'm saying? Anybody
you
see that coming?
want to do this
Just
now,
speak with
Captain.
no mind. But anyway, may I respect what you want to do it.
All right. For me, I'm going to lay out what me seen at the game. So, I could leave out someone or something, or I could, add persons could add something to it. But for me, you see, the players for one started out lethargic. They had no energy whatsoever. You understand? Obviously, something is telling me that neither the coaches actually play possessional football. All I was seeing was the long ball being deployed from the defense to the forward. So when the ball is not collected by the attacker, it is broken up by the midfield of the Panamanian, and they got a field day in the middle of the park. So every single time, the defenders go under severe pressure. And if that is the way going forward, we are going to be in trouble. Right now, we're in trouble. You understand? We need to possess the football. If you have them quality players here and you not possess the football, man, them are going to look ordinary. Because look here, if the ball keep coming from, so these are the defense. These are the defense. These are the midfield. But you bypass the midfield and a long pass over the midfield. And then the midfielders don't have any tacklers. Those two players in Ravel and the DJ, them are not defensive minded type of player. One other thing when we observe is that the team sat too deep. So you allow the opponents to always be keeping you inside of your half. So what them do now, the Panamanians, the high press, the double team, 2v1, and all of these things. You understand? These are the things that I observed in the game. And going forward, it cannot work. Mikel Antonio look ordinary because no ball now go to him. Kemaru for run. Nothing now go to him. He get 2 opportunities. Miss them. One him sky over the bar. 1 point blank. But the keeper also produced a point blank save. You have to also give the keeper credit for that. You understand? But for me, he should have buried that. Corey Burke run on the field. It's like a Corey Burke alone, energy level gone up.
Coach him still a run right now.
Right now, Corey Burke ran from, as we did say, Mark, Corey Burke he ran in whole of Orlando. And he run go Texas, and then he run, go back to him club of Philly. Then he run go
Mexico.
No, he run to Jamaica first. Then
and go Costa Rica again.
And then he run go Mexico. He run come back to Jamaica. And then he go run go Costa Rica. Corey Burke run. So nobody else on the field.
Can't even follow back at him. And see him run too.
You understand? So in my estimation, people, I'm going to put this out there based on what I have observed. It tells me, gentlemen and the viewers, that the coaching staff has not to date employed a strategy, in my estimation, that we can say, yeah, this is a good strategy going forward for the team. Honestly, I mean, I put it out here. We don't see it. You understand? So the tactics of them use, long ball, that no work. How do we counter? If you look at it though, you know, the changes that were made, injection of what's his name? Devon Williams and a Flemings. It had a little impetus, but that's just where it reached. When you have Kemaru, Corey Burke, Antonio, don't you believe that those three players are the same in terms of how they play?
So, coach,
Yeah.
you make some valid points, and all of us have eyes to see, right? I will still go up on a pitch. But is it a case for me that this is the start? That is what I wanted to hope.
If what?
But no, if this was like just a launching pad, like, you know, the man the first time we play together and
yeah,
right?
I understand that.
But now, I'm gonna want to question nobody and think I'm gonna talk to the player, I'm gonna talk to him. Me, I am a man, me could have Vex and company and Costa pass it, you know, the Jack Grant from the squad, my idiot coach. I have to trust that coach. A coach, we know when best to do, and we know when best to leave, and we know when best to iron in resignation, and we know when in position becomes, let me use one of J. Taylor big one, untenable. Right?
No,
Because,
but
hold on,
a man is not going to try and block one of his income if that is his income.
Let me finish the thing.
It's a hard for a man walk away like that.
Or, let me never finish the sentence. Or his employer can decide that the situation is untenable. And you ever hear players say, by mutual consent. Right? They cut left what other see arena and I then just cut. So you have two choices. But clearly both see the same, and person said to me, I see some man at ball say Winfred Schaefer back. A couple of weeks ago we made the debate and suggest Winfred Schaefer would be an option. You have to have an option. Right? Because nobody not married to talk about, you have to support it. But there's also the issue of the players. This is not how I saw Miguel Antonio play for West Ham. But I'm going to hope that then come back in October, he will give me the same. I heard man have a whole heap of things to say about Andre Gray. But Andre Gray gave me more better running and off the ball movement than Antonio did in his debut through our line. When we play against the USA, we get the 4. At least you could have saw some bright light, right? At this side, so we don't really see no bright light that is. But think Speedy come and step up in game. I only wish he did play like that. Yes, the other day in Mexico, Alaba and immigrant here work. You understand? And maybe we could have stopped the last goal and all at one point. But we never ball. That make me feel that way. But I tell you, me have passion and love for my side. So me, that gonna hurt me. Me no hurt no man. I tell you the coach, I'm going to leave this. Some man have two sides in the world now. Man say them support Brazil and Jamaica, Argentina, and them are German and Spanish. You watch England play, but now get my support, just watch it. But other man come in and say, you understand, man of steel, big up Berger, paid, the sponsor. Because it's Berger, coach. You know, see, Berger give out a steak, pink wall, coach, and paid.
He get sponsorship.
He get a sponsor.
He get sponsor.
Yo, hear me out still. You see, hear me out still. For a serious note, you see, the other day, I think a Man is Man show, and him there suggest say, yo, in the interim, because we're never sure about the situation, the player them, if we could get a training camp. And Mr. Speedy I say, yo, them could get that or them try or whatever the case, but it never work out still. But this is our medium tonight. We have a bunch of players who have quality, there's no doubt about that. But the quality alone now gonna make us go to the next level or look like a cohesive unit. The man them have to play together. Now them train together for like 3-4 days, but I just say 8 of them alone and there's so much and no more them can do. And when me I watch training on some of the YouTube page and me see, I think we see like 3 goalkeepers there training them. So if you could have get in 3 goalkeepers to come who are playing in the Premier League, you could have get a squad of players to play with them because at least all of them could have on one team and a play. It would be equivalent to Panama, but them could have get a run out to know how each other play. And because Kemaru player Scotland, Antonio player Premier League or West Ham, rest of them playing a championship. Liam Moore play one different team, West Harding play for your next team. So even though them have quality and they are good players, when them come on the pitch and after a while, yeah, we start playing the long ball because when people get the ball and more, them don't know what to do. So them just play the ball as far as possible and hope they take long for reach back to them. But you could have just see that the man don't have no cohesiveness. Some of it you can say probably them not give no effort. But me don't really believe that I'm gonna fly from England to Jamaica if I don't give out no effort. Go through COVID, do COVID tests, wear mask. I don't think I'm gonna come so far to come.
Hold on the steel. I don't believe are the cohesiveness alone, you know. Because you see that point is true. And you see them ceiling points that you make get some more Premier League players and play some squad game and make the man them have a feeling up, you know, all of that. Me rate that suggestion there. But when me say you see effort where baller then give out based on when me I look on the field, it was below par.
So coach, you honestly believe that your honest thoughts say I'm gonna leave from England, wherever England, fly how much hours, come Jamaica, go through all COVID protocols and everything just to come on the field and don't give no effort. You think a man just make up his mind, say I'm just not gonna give no effort. Something else have to contribute to that bar. So that's all I'm saying. I don't know what contribute to it.
A rebel.
I don't know what them that do. But the man that see I play today, one time me watch Mikel Antonio play for West Ham.
Yeah, different
SpongeBob. Guy man says sponge to be honest, but we believe a Jamaica flag him and paint the house. We don't believe a SpongeBob him go. Coach, so when I after party, I will talk some real talk. JFF, we keep at the administration. Dog. People, one day the shoot will come out, yeah? But real big bad and serious, I am starting at the administration. If Tapper must out, the president do the next best thing.
What hear that, Ketner?
I say, if Tapper must out, the head of the stream must do the next best thing and drive out beside him. Because I'm not laying this off at the foot of Tapper.
Yo, but Katara, me see, alright.
Kevin, my battery, I use the phone and my battery run low, so if you jump off of this and you have a next link, you send it because by that time I reach home, yeah?
I see him link, man.
Okay, alright, cool. Later, yeah.
Alright, cool.
Yeah,
Cataract, look more. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Coach, Devon, call me.
Yo, me hear the man must say Tapper out. Now, me not the greatest Tapper supporter, I know, but when them say Tapper out, me want to go in. Cause if you get rid of Tapper, it can't play, just play so, you know.
Hey, man, I still, I really think you're talking, you know. Me ask the question, you know, and no man can give me an answer, you know.
The team can't just play there, him can just turn up and play, you know.
Coach means man of Steel and Mark Plunkett talk. Give me 3 minutes, I'll call you straight away.
Alright.
Right.
Go on talk there.
Yeah, man, I listen to man of Steel.
Yeah, man, me I hear them say Tapper out, but me not have a problem with Tapper. me not have a problem with Tapa being out, you know, because if we not do well, somebody had a role in a brother. But what me I say is when we Tapa out, who in? Because me don't know who in. Schaefer, me don't know. Or
Yeah,
probably we can get a overseas coach and get a sponsor, me don't know.
but that's the thing. You have to look the sponsor first if you really want to get a coach out. That's the thing. Everybody has said Tapa out instead of supporting Tapa and hopefully. But again, what can you do if the players them come out and not performing or them supposed to? Yeah, watch a match and me the man must say press. Me the man must say press, push up. And the man them sit back and play a ball. I'm like, that don't make no sense. The man make Panama press them more than how them supposed to press Panama. Know them under two love and them come out second half and play a ball. You expect for come out within 45 minutes and press the man them. So all I'm saying is that
Teddy Lee, this down past Bradley Stewart, brother. No disrespect, but it's down past Bradley Stewart, brother. And Mr. Somebody said Carl Brown. I'm not so sure if me know Carl Brown as a Patriot still, but I'm not so sure if Carl Brown, blessings Mannings man. I'm not so sure if Carl Brown would have been so inclined to come and coach Jamaica now. Because I think Carl Brown have a job with CONCACAF. I think he needs to work with CONCACAF and I think he might run an academy or some structure in a Pines or somewhere in a foreign, so in America. So I don't know. Never been now go travel, so him now go get the job.
and people saying Miguel Coley. Yeah, Miguel Coley is a good coach, but the man have a contract.
No, Coley now let him work down at Middle East, brother.
Yeah.
Coley now let him work down at Middle East. Yo, brother, you see thing is, we always I say yo national coach and we I say yo Darren Moore and see man I say Joey McKinnon, but yo them man they live in England, no, brother.
Exactly.
If we bring them money to come coach the team, bro, we have to give them, we have to find something for them to live. We have to go make other accommodations for them. And JFF, according to them, and them books are broke.
They're broke.
So, me don't know.
People are frustrated right now and throwing around names, and nobody's willing to put a dollar. Nobody's willing to put a dollar towards the JFF coffers for hire one of these coaches.
Yeah, but the JFF in recent times not really do a lot to encourage people either way because them drop the ball from the whole marketing thing and whatever too. So I don't know. There needs to be a solution. We just don't know what it is at the moment.
Exactly.
So, I don't know. Mannings man, maybe you use a praying man. Maybe you can give you a solution in a Mannings man.
Night. You know that boy I tell us I never did plan because I was helping Ryan and his cream and I said I go to bed. I eat some ice cream and I said, brother, I go sleep and Joe me sorrows because me shocked, brother. I am telling you. I can't believe that when I see the team play in the first half worse than how we played in Mexico. I don't know what went wrong and I don't want to make no excuses for coach or player. But even if the coach say the coach is a donkey, brother. Say they were a donkey coach in the team. There were professional footballers out there that never made 3 consecutive passes, bro.
Yeah, what are the Mannings man? When we not talk, other person can mute because I get a feedback.
Yeah. So say that there was a donkey coach in the team. The professional footballers. We had a Scottish Premier League player. We had a player who was at Manchester United. We have wholesome, one of the leading goal scorers in the Premier League. All right, we have an MLS goalkeeper that for several seasons he's gotten the Golden Gloves. All right, we have Ethan Pinnock, a centre back in the Premier League. Liam Moore, the captain of a team. And we can go on. And the man them never make 5. Bobby Reid just finished playing for Fulham and we never made 5 passes. Bro, even if a donkey coach the team, the players them supposed to make 5 passes. At least. And them would have, you understand, them would have blamed the coach. If they didn't make 5 passes, the man them not make 5 passes for the entire first half. Unless somebody can tell me, because me wear glasses, so I don't really see clearly, And me do surgery on my eye already, Like seriously, me I tell you, So me know me not see things, but when me check still in the entire first half, we never made 5 consecutive passes. So if we did, somebody help me. So what's my point? My point is the coach needs to take some blame, but honestly, some of these players need to stop and check. And maybe They don't used to playing in CONCACAF. This is the first time playing a CONCACAF team. They don't understand that, like maybe like Kemaru don't understand that, brother, this is not the Scottish League. The money will elbow you, the money will tackle you, don't get the time on the ball. Maybe. And so we can make that excuses. But I am, well, may I tell you? Brethren, me tell you, say, when we come off the stream, brother, me go eat ice cream. I'm saying, I go on my bed and me drink some non-alcoholic wine, brother. This not good for me heart, brother. It not good for me heart. Me not want to do no video tomorrow, brother. Me not do nothing, brother. Me not, it not good for me. Not gonna work. Me I stay in my yard, brother. Me I lock down. Me not nothing for me office. This not good. 5 pass me to ask money for the first half. 5. Like the goalkeeper pass it to the center back, pass it to the right back, pass it to the midfielder, and then we could have lose it. For the entire first half, the goalkeeper kick it out and Panama win first and second ball. That is not a coaching issue alone. That is player issue as well.
Yeah, but management. Yeah, but management. I say something to you still before you continue. You know one of the things I'm gonna blame the coaching staff. I'm not just say Tapa, because Tapa alone is not the coach. One of the things I'm gonna blame the coaching staff for, bro. I don't see on which planet you could have Ravel Morris in a place. I play defensive midfield, brother. Ravel is one of the laziest baller ever. Him not for play no defensive position, no time. So them have to take some knocks for that.
To beat the coach, you know. Beat who you want to beat. But now all I'm saying is that even if, listen, my son prep school use a female to coach them. And the kids, they make 5 passes. It no matter who a coach your brother. You must be able. All I'm saying, if that I saw in the first half where the team made 5 passes, complete 5 passes, would have clapped them, brother. For the entire first half, the Jamaica team never made 5 consecutive passes. That's more than a coaching issue. Something is wrong with the player, and they have to take some responsibility. Everybody, the players, the coaching staff, need to take some responsibility. But again, boy, may have hope, brother, that this is not the we can't get any worse than them 2 games here. That am I saying. It cannot be worse than this. Me only can say it will fall worse than this. It don't make no sense. So this is the worst Jamaica can ever be in my eyes. So I am anticipating and expecting the best. Jamaica, me say, all the way. I still believe we are going to World Cup, but me not ball for no man lose them job, brother, because me no want no man, me no want get, you understand me? Me no like the thing there. Me no like ask the man to get fired, because a man have to feed them youth and then thing there. Me not ball for nobody lose them job. The next man can do that still, but yeah.
So, management, I agree with you. I want to ask a question. Has the administration fulfilled all its obligations to the players?
Cataract. Here's the thing though. You ask me question like, you don't work with the GFF, bro. You and I have the same sources in a Cataract. In fact, Cataract, you have more information than everybody on this stream, you know. So you need to tell us what you know, so we can make an assessment. You understand me? Because calm
down.
All right, Cataract, you have more information than all of us, you know. Because you know some inner workings, because you're close to the players. Cataract, so when time you get information, Cataract, you already have it, you know. So you need to say to us, people, certain things not right. But Cataract, all I'm saying, all right? So say that the player them not eat no breakfast. Say that the player them have no physiotherapy. Say that the players them, the coach, me make things worse. The coach is an idiot. Him have a K license. You understand me? A kindergarten license. Me go say that. You cannot tell me that you have players playing at the highest level, Premier League, MLS. The back line had Liam Moore, Ethan Pinnock, Ravel Morris was playing in midfield, Bobby Reed, right? Andre Blake. You had Kemar Roof. Hold on. You have Mikel Antonio. All right. Tell me how the administration, let's put it the worst. The coach have a K license, they have a Z license.
Man.
Zombies. How them can make 5 passes?
Can I tell you how?
Yeah.
Let me tell you how. Because they're playing against a well-coached team. They're playing against a well-coached team, management. They're not playing against another
Panama has good players. They're a good team. They will pressure you like they did Jamaica. They were unprepared coaching wise. They can make these passes, Manning's man, but not against a well-coached team. This is not a crappy team, Panama.
So hold on, doing. I agree with you, but let me ask a question. Can you have world-class player playing in a team as Manning? I'm just piggybacking on what Manning's man is saying. Like, can you have a world-class 11 with a K license coach and they don't make 5 passes?
Listen, it's the same
yes
thing.
Yes or no?
Yes. Short answer,
so
yes.
What would contribute to that?
Think about that before you say it again. Think about the question before you say it again, do you?
All right, let me ask it again.
Yeah, think about it.
No, just make him think. Just make him think, coach. Just make him think about it. Come
no, man, ask it again. You probably miss it.
No, man, just give a little moment to think. And then come back. Don't answer off the top of your head, dude. Just take 1 minute to think.
That's why I asked about the question.
All right, go ahead.
Can you have a world-class 11 and a K license coach? And because of the K license coach, they aren't able to make 5 passes consecutively?
You're saying that the K license coach is the reason?
I'm asking you a question.
Yes,
because
I would say the K license coach has not put them in the positions able to give them options to make these passes. Different scenarios, different options of pressure that they're going to face, which they did face. Panama came out aggressive in this game. They were aggressive. They knew that we didn't play together very often, and they took advantage of that. They pressured us hard from the beginning. That's why, and not only did they pressure us hard, they took a shot on the field from where no one thought they were going to take a shot, which no player thought that player was going to take that shot. They did everything that they outsmarted us from the beginning. They were also falling to the ground a lot from the beginning. They played us well tactically, and they pressured us into making mistakes. Out coaching. That's a coaching thing.
Dwayne, I want to
hold on, the Qatar. Hold on, Qatar. You see the 2 new man them, Kappa and Nairan, want to give them a chance to say something because the regular panelists them are going to jump on, and we don't want to just sit on the panel and don't say nothing. So I give them a chance to say something, and then we just stir up the space for the regular man them come on. Starting with Nairan.
All right, good day, hear me?
Yeah, man.
The issue what we have today, because something we always neglect for some reason. I don't know why. But the most important position on the field in the middle of the park. That's why we always talk about the spine of the team. Today we start off with a 4-4-2. So even like me or Mark said earlier, so like the players them never did a tackle and all that. First of all, like we know if a DJ want attacking midfielder. For Derby, Ravel play number 10. Him drop deep, can always want up on the ball. Him like to play simple, but he want attacking midfielder. For some reason, even if them did a tackler, right? You can't have 2 men in the middle against 3 man. They want somebody that can always be free, so we can always get outrun and outmanned, right? Then you have 7 new men on the side. They come from England, basically. Well, 7 men who come from England. And nobody not tell them, say, yo, fam, in a CONCACAF, the physicality up, and then a joke thing, man, broke your foot and sleep at them bed and even care. So that's the partner you can say, all right, boom, top of here. You need to tell the man and say, you have to come out with energy. Because all them come out with second half of energy. Because them come out with the energy. All Speedy come out with second half of energy. Just that the man will never lock. We miss a couple simple chances, but then again, Like that can't mean a football. But just a lack of effort are the main thing. Because you can't achieve nothing without effort, fam. Because then come out, because again, second half, all then come out with when they basically notify all our Panama they do in the first 15 minutes of the second half. And just because they have energy. So I don't know. The coach needs to do a little better. And that's what I see basically.
Alright, respect Naran. So we are free up the space here. Kappa, your turn. You're muting a Kappa.
Yeah, good night.
Yeah, man, good night.
Yeah, I feel like the man them underestimate the CONCACAF teams. Yeah, man, I feel like that because I don't know where the energy levels are there in the first half. They can't come out and a play so flat. We know say Panama is a team we're good at counter pressing, them good at the passing game, them can match it with speed, and them can match up with it physically. History shows that we never beat them in a World Cup qualifier. So I don't understand why we never come out with no form of energy in the first half, no form of energy whatsoever. Yes, me like how we make the changes for the second half, and we see a much better performance. And the other thing is we are playing without a true CDM. So that also played a part in us losing the game. After Panama got 2 up in the game, then basically start control the game. Any little momentum we have in the game, them fall we and break up the momentum. You understand? You have man in the midfield, number 8 and carry skill and Quintero them and the whole of them. Man and just run rings on my brethren. We lost, brother. But then again, going forward, me still support them. And another thing me feel says that we need a philosophy. And we should have a philosophy for a long time. And we always talk about it. We can't wait until the qualifier. We are try something. We have to develop a philosophy for a long time. If you look on a team like Guadeloupe, we're playing at the group stage of the Gold Cup, and some other teams, El Salvador, them have a philosophy: win, lose, or draw, sudden play. You know where you get from them. When Jamaica go up on the field, the only philosophy me see is to kick the ball from defense to the attack. And when you play against a team and match up with you in terms of height and speed, how you go beat them? One man up there with 2 defenders. When you play the ball long, what you expect to go happen? 2 defenders go win the ball easily. I don't know, but boy, I don't know.
Alright.
I'm disappointed, but
alright, big up yourself.
Yeah, man. Respect.
Doing your time, share your final thoughts before we free up the line now.
I mean, my final thoughts are this. I think we've been outcoached for every game that we've played in all the recent games leading back to the World Cup, leading back to 2020, leading back to a long time. We've been outcoached all the time, and I'm sick and tired of being outcoached. And I also want to say that the coach of this Panamanian team, is he Panamanian? The answer is no.
No.
Is he a Premier League coach? The answer is no. Okay, he's from a footballing country, Denmark, and he knows what he's doing tactically. And he was shouting all the first half. From the ball kick, he was shouting at his team, putting them in the right spots. Our coach stand up with a big belly on the sideline, and I watched the game. All right, and I watched the man then lose. All right, so I don't want to hear any other excuse about not passing, not anything like that. We keep seeing this repeatedly over and over, what the issue is. We all see it. Okay? Yes, the players came out with a little bit more energy in the second half, but it's not the players' fault at all. How the man to take off 2 Premier League players and put on 2 USL players? Who do that? Which other nation on the planet Earth, maybe on the next planet, which other nation on the planet Earth would do such a thing and then not have that be one of the biggest issues to discuss? That should be one of the. If you're gonna take me off the panel, I want you guys to discuss that decision.
Coach, don't take him off it. I have a question before you take him off.
I want you to discuss that.
let me ask this. So when the two players, the British players came off and Flemings came on, are you saying that they didn't have an effect on the team? They didn't perform, they didn't press? Is that what you're saying? That the changes didn't have an effect on the team?
Mark, I love all my players. I love all the Reggae Boyz.
Mm-hmm.
But I know that Ravel Morrison is more talented than Flemings.
Yeah, but that's the thing. But we were watching the same match, and I'm saying to you that what we saw in the first 45 minutes was dead flat. They weren't pressing. You said that Tapa wasn't talking on the bench. Yes, everybody that talk on the bench, and the stadium is empty. So you could hear the Jamaican language and hear it spoken. Press, push up, press the man them.
Mark,
I hear names calling. None of that was taking place. The players them sit back, Panama controlling the game, 2 goals score, second half, man them come on with energy. Changes made. They start to have more impact on the game. So you can't say the changes them that were made didn't have an effect on the game.
That Mark,
Yeah, man, I agree with Mark.
When you make a change, Mark, when you make a change, usually there's an effect from the change. Now, do I agree with does that mean I still need to agree with the change because the effect occurred? No. I think that the effect could have happened in a different way with the same players that came off the field. You cannot take off Premier League players and put USL players on the field and pretend that you're going to be better, Mark.
So are you saying that, all right, point taken. So are you saying that the Premier League players are better, granted, USL players are not? The Premier League players started, never had an effect, running around, chasing shadows, didn't control the game at all. Boom, coach take them off, put on the USL players, then they started to press and have an effect on the game. So are you saying that interchange and substitution didn't affect the game in a positive way?
It's not a one-to-one. You're making it a one-to-one based on your ideology.
How am I making it a one-to-one when I just explained to you that it made a change?
Let me explain it to you. Let me explain to you why it's not a one-to-one. Because if you had 5 minutes, maybe the way you would have won this one-to-one is if you would have had at least 5 to 10 minutes of Ravel and Bobby in the second half to say, you know what, they came out in the second half and they still didn't have it after the halftime talk or after the halftime change of strategy. That's where you could have got this one-to-one. I would have given it to you easily. I would have been like, yeah, you're right. But because you don't have this one-to-one, I cannot give it to you. As I said to you, a change would have happened anyway. Changes make changes. And they had the halftime talk. Okay? So I cannot give you the one-to-one. I don't know why you want to win it that badly. You shouldn't. It's not. You said it yourself. The Premier League players are better. You didn't get to see Ravel and Bobby in the second half to see how much they were going to press or if they changed because the strategy changed. I would like to stay on the panel, but if you
you can't stay. You can't stay.
Throw me off. I understand, but I would.
No, man, you can't stay. You can't stay.
And also, we're not gonna substitute you. We're gonna see what you're doing that second half.
Yeah, because you're like an overseas based player. Yeah, we waited.
All right. I want to make 2 points before we hear from military.
Coach, when you want to say something like they ask me for tickets. So when you finish making
all right, after I say them point, I go to you then military. We want everybody get a talk. All right, so Kyle the King, that's Kyle Butler. The man I love it for him father, you know. Man say, anyways, when you can't give Bully a call now. So basically, he must say, we need to call him father to get us out of the mud. Because right now, we are in the mud. And just an update on the games that are taking place. Mexico moves to 6 points after defeating Costa Rica 1-0. El Salvador and Honduras, they played out a stalemate, 0-0 draw. And it is halftime, US versus Canada, still 0-0 there. Go ahead, Qatar, quickly so we can hear from the others.
You know, kind of forget the train of thought then, but now just say something else. You asked a question earlier, and I was asking for the opportunity to answer it. You said, "How can players come out and don't put five past together, something like that?" And I would say, Premier League players can come out and not perform on other players if there are other things bothering on their mind, if they are distracted. That can make a player come out and not perform at his optimum level. Is everything right administratively? And let me say this one thing. You know, some don't talk to granted doing this thing. Come in and they don't want dissect or trisect in brain from half of the thing. Right? So anything with me get, I elsewhere me get it managed. But don't call granted. Cause me just want him second in my program. So I'm not my source in the CDF. But I want to say this. Good. The all things have to be right for a player to perform optimally. He or she must be comfortable. They must have no matter. They must have no matters bothering them in their head.
What man is man?
Man is man have something to say, man.
No,
They have something to say.
Yeah, man, have it.
So just wait. I'm gonna ask what.
I'm at 30 seconds because I don't want you to misrepresent me. And no point.
No, I'm
no,
not.
People, you can't continue because you keep doing that to me. Cataract, at no point did I make any mention of you getting any information.
I did not say you did. Where did I say that?
You're insinuating.
Brother, you say I am close to the players, and I am, and I'm just making it.
I did not say that. I did not say that.
Listen back what you say. Listen back what you say. You say I get in, and I'm close to the thumping part.
All right. Listen. Let me just move on for now. Make your point, Keter.
Right.
Yeah, make your point, man.
That all things must be well administratively. Flights, meals, obligations, and it must be a professional approach to the game. Management. Coach Smith more of a basket to carry water. Let me tell you what the concern is, Coach. Jamaica's B team went out against Mexico with USL, and the highest level player there was a man played in at Belgium Premier League and League Two in England. Those were the two highest level players on the pitch. Egyptian Premier League would count as number 3. So 3, I don't know the Egyptian leagues, I don't know where to balance it, right? So no disrespect to Damien, but let me say Egyptian Premier League. And they were able to hold out for 45 minutes, 0-0 against, in the most harsh of conditions. Not a cool, breezy Jamaican afternoon, but a cold, wet Mexican night at high altitude. And they held out with energy and heart. Fast forward 4 days. I'm gonna say nothing on the pitch. Me not gonna lie. There was no fight. They were doing basically the same thing, which is kicking the ball up the field. And the same thing Anthony Grant and Speedy and Damian Lowe and Mariappa did, And they do nothing different. They just kick the ball up and a bypass midfield too. But there seemed to be a steely resolve and a determination that they were not going to get overrun by the Mexicans. No, Mexico is a better team than Panama, traditionally and even on recent form. I can't explain it except to say something must be wrong somewhere. Because we were able to have...
Something I can explain now?
No.
All right. Me I go into some... You know me love stats already. Me I go into some stats, right? So, in the Reggae Boyz in Jamaica, last 10 games, we conceded 17 goals, we scored 7. So, we still not score a goal per game ratio now.
We concede 17. Almost double the amount of games we play. We drew 1 game. We win 2. And we lost 7 in our last 10 games. If you're in any league right across the world, that's a relegation battle. That is a relegation battle. You lose 7 out of 10, that is a relegation battle. Now, let me break it down to you. These are from January. Come right back down. USA, 4-1. The Japanese under 23 team, 4-0. Serbia, 1-1. Suriname, we defeat them 2-0. We still didn't put in a good performance. Guadeloupe, we defeat them 2-1. We still didn't put in a good performance. We lost against Costa Rica, 1-0. Yes, we could say we put in a performance, but we still lost. USA defeated us 1-0. Mexico defeated us 2-1. And now we lost 3-0 to Panama. Now, saying that to say this. For every single situation and game, we seem to highlight every issue surrounding the team other than Tapa's deficiency. That is what we always beat on. Issues. JFF now provide this. The team not traveling enough. We don't have the better players. We don't have good enough players. The players are not ready. The players in that. But there's always major issues with everything else surrounding the Reggae Boyz, the Jamaica team, other than Tapa's deficiencies. No one wants to talk about Tapa's deficiencies because there's always mitigating factors to highlight other issues other than Tapa's deficiencies. It's the case in that Reggae Boyz are the only team that have all these major issues. And that is the reason why we are failing. No other team has issues. Every other team is always perfect. And when they come with their game plan, they come with their best players, and they come prepared and planned. Why is that we are never prepared for end game day? Listen, there's no way on the field we could clearly identify tactical issues, coaching issues. But guess what we're going to identify? Player issues. We're always identify that this player is not good enough, so he shouldn't be playing. That player is not good enough, but he shouldn't play. Listen, today is a perfect example of what we see in deficiency in coach. There's no way one of the most informed strikers in world football, we're not talking about Jamaican Premier League, we're not talking about USL, we're not talking about MLS, in world football, in Europe, right across the board. And we made him look like a plumber. The man had one shot the entire game, entire 70 minutes. One. So are we going to say now that the pitch is not good enough so the players couldn't control the ball? Come on, people. We have to be realistic and realize that, yes, there's issue with the JFF. As me, as a fan who support Arsenal Football Club, I can identify so many issues that can affect the football club. But I can clearly, instinctively identify that the coach that we have at Arsenal Football Club is not good enough. And he's the reason at this point why we're struggling like that. And because of that understanding that I have, that your coach can do one of two things. Either make you play bad, make good players look bad, or make bad players look good. One of two things a coach can do. Make good players look bad and make bad players look good. Now, we had in our last cup, we said if we had Ravel Morris in the team, we could have done a lot better. That's what we said, you know. If we had Ravel Morris in the team, if we had Anthony Grant in the team, we could have done a lot better. We said if we have Mikel Antonio in the team, we could have done better. If we had Rue in the team, we could have done better. These are the things that we said at the Gold Cup. But guess what? Now we have in the World Cup qualifiers, we have all those Arsenal in our caliber. We now have a machine gun firing, but we still fire like clappers. We still a tush. We have a machine gun. We have a GPMG. We have a M249, and we still a tush. Guess why we still a tush? You see, in the military, right? You see, a marksman is as good as his weapon. If his weapon is not zero and firing accurately, he cannot look good. And if the marksman himself don't apply the right principle, he cannot fire on the target. It takes both of them to fire at the right title, at the target. Proper alignment, body structure, and also the gun being well oiled and prepared. Some of the time the gun is not prepared, but because of the marksman is so good, you're firing on the target same way. But guess what now? We have some new toys. I identify the new players that we have as toys. There are fan toys coming in. All these fancy toys coming in, big name fancy toys playing. This is an increase. You know the good thing about the Catara came onto my channel and we spoke about it, said that we are now increasing potency in front of goal by over 80% based off goal scoring ratios. Increasing potency. So we are now more clinical based off the players that we have on the pitch. Kemaru had 2 shots. One in the early hours and one he head off and the keeper saved it. Kemaru. So when Kemaru is playing for his club, he's like having like 6 shots per game and maybe 1 or 2 will score. That is goal scoring ratio. The more opportunities they get, is the more you're more likely to score a goal. Football is not a game in which you get 1 opportunity to score. If that was the case, it would be like a basketball game. The game would finish like 70 goals to 80 goals. It's not a basketball game. The more opportunities you create, the likely that you score a goal. You create 10 opportunities, you will score more likely to score 3 or 2. That is just the simple analogy of football. But there's no way we can get so much quality players in the team and they look so crap. It just doesn't make any sense. And I can guarantee you, coach, look on them 3 players here, all of them top players that we'll bring in our team. Look on weekend I come. If them not go a score goal, and them same players here. Bobby Reid up on the top of the assist board in the championship. Mikel Antonio up on the top of the scoreboard in the Premier League. Ravel Morrison are create things in the Derby team. Kemar Roof score goal like a foolishness down at Rangers. Like a foolishness. No, we failed to hold possession of the ball in a team that plays high possession. We had a high possession, the 2 high possession defender, Liam Moore and Ethan Pinnock. They play with high possession. Over 50 touch per game. That's how they play. Daniel Johnson plays high possession as well. Ravel Morrison play high possession. Kemar Roof play high possession. We have so much high possession players in the team, but we fail to hold the ball. Because in football, there's 2 things. You have to know to progress the ball when you have the ball. And you have to know how to defend when you don't have the ball. You have a system for defending. You have a system for attacking. That is just simple football. And if you cannot apply your system and your philosophy of how to attack and how to defend, to cooperate with the players that you have, you will always have problem. Coach, I won't say anymore. I can't say, but thank you for having me on. Big up everybody on the panel. Cataract, Management, everybody, the new faces. Big up. I have to come off now, but big up everybody. Thank you for coming. Everybody in the chat, massive respect. Good night, folks.
Yeah, man. Big up
yourself,
Coach. Yeah, man. All right, so we have a call online. Caller, go ahead.
Honestly, this was a very, very disappointing performance. Very, very disappointing. I think a lot of people were upbeat and enthusiastic about the team, with the players. But honestly, the performance was a bit small. Looking at the first goal, some people say it was an error in pass by Ravel. I view it as a bad touch by Kemaru. We lost the ball in the middle of the park. Goal. We had no presence of winning aerial battles. We lost all the aerial battles that I could see. The 50-50 balls we lost. The team came out flat.
Yeah, man.
We had no energy. If somebody from Space was watching the game, they would have thought that Panama was the home of flat Jamaica game. No enthusiasm like we're playing a World Cup qualifier. It seemed like a friendly energy Jamaica came out with. I can't explain why that is the case, but honestly, I am not thrilled with the performance of the players. And always, it is impossible to change a team, but it's easy to change a coach. In theory, and honestly, somebody right now, in my opinion, needs to answer for that terrible performance. And it probably is the coach. Some of the individual players deserve a licking because some of them severely underwhelming. I mean, we can't string 3 passes together. the quality of players on the team, and we could not hold the ball. I think we had 20 to 30% possession in the game. It was honestly hard to watch, and I've never been this embarrassed by Jamaica in a long time, honestly.
Yeah, man, big up yourself. All right, thanks for the call. Honestly, it was an abysmal performance. Abysmal, man. People are saying, I players them out, they play, and hold on. No? The people them say, I players out, they play, and them never did a play good. Yes, they contributed to it, but again, I think one of the thing when me observe is the tactics. Whereas the players were sitting too deep, and as the caller just said, you cannot be playing like you are not the home team. The man them coming out with stadium bridging and bad way up. And we feel good about that. Me not feel good about that. Everybody have to take responsibility for that. More so, the head of the stream. I mean, not the administration now because they want different topic, you know. I thought the coach have to take responsibility.
Coach.
No.
Coach.
Go ahead.
Coach. Just may I tell one thing, and quickly. You see the matter when I talk to you about, coach, I hate the matter.
You could see something not go on here.
No,
because them players.
You notice how much caller come to me now, right? Not one. But we leave that matter because we're going to take it up elsewhere. See?
Yeah,
but
man.
Go and beat. Me not beat no more. Big up the player them.
Me I big up the players them in a cataract. But when them not play well, we have to talk so they not play well enough.
Coach.
Yeah,
All right,
no
so
two ways around. Yeah, man.
All right. Yeah, so let me say this. I don't, because I don't know the inner workings and background of one. So here's my thing. All right, so at first, you know, which I agree with, I heard that Speedy was going to start. So I tell me here now, because we needed somebody who would be able to come deeper and collect the ball from the goalkeeper so we could transition from defense to midfield to forward. Because none of the other midfielders would be, all right? Then they would make a substitution to bring on Grant to kind of cover that, right? All right, so watch me now. For whatever reason that changed, I don't know. Me not a coach and thing, all right? But how can we enter a game?
You're not a coach?
Huh?
You are not a coach?
No, in this context, Qatar, what on man? In
No,
this context,
man, you say a big
no,
man.
All right.
No.
Yeah, all right, cool. No, me I try if you play down the thing. You understand me? All right. Me I try to play down the thing. All right.
Elephant brain we have, you know.
Me don't want to speak from the coaching, yeah. Boy, cataract, you know, easy in a cataract. Cataract, love me cataract. Love me cataract. All right, so watch me now. So my point is, all right, so I'm going to give them that they are bigger, them know more than me, they know more than us. But in the second half, when Devon Williams came on, the team looked better because he was playing deeper and Bobby, DJ got more involved. Some adjustments were made and they looked a little better. That also had to do with the fact that Panama was kind of dropping back as well. So two things happened. One, the shape of the team obviously changed. And two, Panama was kind of playing more of a possessive game.
Manny, I'm gonna give you another thing to say what else changed. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but something else also changed. You know what also changed? The energy of the coach. Whitmore's energy changed on the sideline in the second half. No one talks about that, but he was silent. Like I said, he was silent and stood up one place in the first half. In the second half, that's when he actually started to coach a little bit, because he can't coach a lot. We already know his skill is very limited, but he started to coach a little bit. So that too is a factor why people are saying, oh, the team played more energetic. Just want to give you that one. I wanted to give you that one.
So I am saying, in my humble opinion, the team looked better in the second half because of the personnel who were at it. Whether they play, listen, because I don't look at players which league they play. You're out there and you did a job. I think Devon Williams came on, he did a good job. Fleming did a good job. Roof looked better in the second half. I think we created more in the second half. So my question is, then what was the strategy at the start of the game? Because obviously, somebody should have seen or known this. Why we had to wait until we're like, what happened at the beginning of the game that we would think the personnel in midfield would be able to fulfill the plan of that is what I can't understand. And all I'm saying is that whatever happened administratively, whatever happened in the back room, at the end of the day, and I'm saying to you, the coach must, I would say, listen, let me say this, the coaching staff, and when I say coaching staff, from the physical trainer to the assistant coach, the person who was here preparing them, the head coach, all of them need to take responsibility.
I agree,
70% of this is on them, because you cannot have a team start that way at the beginning. At the start of the game, at home. At home, Jamaica never had the ball until Panama scored. The first time Jamaica had the ball to make 3 passes, after Panama scored, the ball got to the center circle. We knocked it once, we knocked it twice, and we knocked it the third time, and we lost it again. That is a coaching issue, but that is also a player issue. There was no leader on the team to say, listen, brethren, give me the ball. Nobody on the team, in my eyes, Dwayne can shake it, displayed any leadership. So I'm not absolving the coaches of responsibility. But players at some point, regardless of what is happening, bro, you have to look at it and say, listen, I need to take this. And people not going to, if Lowe, I'm telling you this, if Lowe was on that field, there are some players that brings leadership. And he's one of those players. He's going to take that ball and dribble out of defense. He's going to try and create something. He's going to get into an aggressive tackle. He's going to do something. The captain was the goalkeeper. There was no outfield player for the first half that showed me anything that they were a leader on this field. I blame the coaching staff, but who on the field displayed leadership? From where I saw it, I didn't see that. And I'm saying that maybe my expectations of Ravel Morris are too high. Maybe my expectations of Bobby Reed too high. Maybe my expectation of Daniel Reed. I see these players as high quality players. I expect when a goal is scored, they call everybody together. They speak to Kemar Roof. Somebody go back to Kemar Roof and point at him and say, Brethren, you can't lose the ball there. I want to see that, and I never saw that. But at the end of the day, I still believe that there is hope, and I'm not giving up. Wherever the problems are, people who know them need to speak out. Brethren, it don't make sense to know what is going on, and we hiding it. We have to talk to the things that be corrected.
Man. Even if there's an issue, see, me no believe, say, the way the team play, that should have been at the forefront of the issue. I know say it's tough, but we decide to put on the jersey. You see me I say? So even if we have issues, Virgin, come play some ball, get the 3 points, and then we talk about and we discuss certain things. You see me I say? So it's not a matter of who know things and we talk about. Some player them have a responsibility too. You see me I say?
Why, coach? If there were issues, why in the second half did the same players look better? What were the issues resolved? But
look better never get a good result.
You know why, Mannings, man? You know why? Because at that point in time, you don't need to motivate yourself for bring a certain level of urgency. You're down 2-0. Right? That alone, right, is a gear jolt. That alone is a gear jolt.
Virgin Military Guna, if the coach call me right now, me no need to be down 2 if you need motivation. A World Cup me I go. You see, from me get the phone call, me energized long time, like Anthony Grant.
Fully support that money.
Anthony Grant never get energized when we down 1. Anthony Grant get energized when he get a passport, brother.
I agree with you. So we have to know because look, the lack of intensity, is not the first time we're seeing it rear its ugly head, We have been seeing it in recent times, So we have to figure out what the issue at hand is, why the players are going out there, right, and not playing with the required level of intensity. Are we yard? And we desperately need a win for kickstart the campaign.
You know much people, listen, we call a hospital with a man there from COVID. And the man want watch a game, brother. You can imagine the man watch a game and all get all sick because he can't manage what go on, brother. You know what people have COVID that watch a game? One of the man them really know what people in a Jamaica in a hospital.
Why?
And these are them look hope, brother.
Boy, me I tell you, say the stress where it caused me, and me as far as me know as a healthy individual. Imagine the sick we care about this thing and see what take place tonight.
Alright, guys. So I can't speak on what's going on behind the scene, but I can speak about the football and what I've seen today. There are a couple of issues. As Management mentioned, Damian Lowe. Yes, the big man is injured and all of that. But at the back, we don't have enough talking. When he's on the park, he marshals the back line and makes sure everybody is speaking and all of that around there. Get me? We didn't have that today in the back line. But to be honest, the midfield play a major role today. You get me? We start off.
Coach, I'm sorry, I have to cut you because somebody put in this comment section that me a question the commitment of the English-based player. We want the moderator delete them things there, because these people, I don't know who the person is. And I don't know what time, brother, I never question the commitment. Me talk all from my channel today about that. So, me sorry for interrupt, bro. But moderator, you need to delete the person there. At no point did I say anything like that. I'm going to say nothing that suggests the commitment of the players. At the game we are talking about. So I don't know how a man get that. You understand me? So, moderator, please me ask you. Me know them negative thing there with nobody.
Yeah, man, the team never played well. The team never played well, and that's a fact, The team
Here,
never
sorry,
played
Jeremy.
well.
I think a German was talking. Sorry about that.
Go ahead, Jeremy.
So,
Yeah.
as me say about the midfielder now, we know that's a major issue. Right now, we need 2 or 3. We have one already. We need 2 more out and out solid CDM. Zine, I still stand fully behind Grant getting rested today, but because we don't have a 2 out and out CDM to put back right in the game, so we put almost 2 identical players in a CDM role today. You needed one person that can tackle and Ravel to dictate. You get me in the midfield today.
Jeremy,
Yes, sir.
Not only that, one of the other issues is that we had 3 number 9s on the park up front.
True.
3 number 9s.
But
that
makeshift. May I
work my way up the park, though, coach. May I work my way up the park. You get me.
All right,
so
cool.
in a midfielder, so we have Rav and we have DJ. So today, not at no point in time one of them sit. We know naturally, even if Ravel only go deep when he wants to dictate the play, but he can't defend. You get me? And DJ did not sit today either because DJ was playing high. So that forces more to be stepping out of position, coming to win a ball in the middle of the park and leaving a gap there, or Pinnock to be stepping out and leaving a gap in the back line. So right there and then is a big issue. The second goal caused because none of the so-called CDM we are playing them out of the role play today. None of them press the ball, step to the player. So you know what Harding did? Harding have to step inside of the midfield to close down a play that wasn't his job to do and open the right side of the field and across hit into the box. You get me? So
You go.
that midfield issue right there costs us dearly. You get me? And we go up front now. we play 3 number 9 as coach say, which is true. We play Burke on the right, and Burke they play too deep in the first half for me still. You get me? In play deep. When Bobby Reed push up on the left, and Antonio press half a press up front, we have nobody a come up on the right because he was too deep. So we're not supposed to play well today either. Again, and the few look of time when Antonio and Ruth get the ball today, honestly, they didn't let it stick either. So they had a poor performance just the same. But I think the midfield we have to fix it. We don't know what going to be in the scene. I'm in the business what going to be in the scene for right now. We just can't talk about the football on me. I see. We need to fix these issues.
But Jermaine, why you think what would have made you? I mean, you refer to the CDM, right? I mean, from what I saw, we were playing a 4-4-2, right? So from the perspective of the CDM, I don't understand why you think that we were supposed to be playing with 2 CDMs today.
I never said we have to play with 2 CDM in the official. We need to play with 1 CDM and 1 person that can control the midfield. So that would be Ravel. Okay. Ravel should be on the park, right? But we need somebody that can tackle. We had 2 exact same players.
Especially in a 4-4-2.
What's that?
Especially in a 4-4-2.
You get me? So we have played the 2 same exact player that likes to go forward. None of them have the mindset to stay there and sit and defend in the game. So we have to talk about a CDM. So we need, even if we don't play 2, we need 1 CDM and Ravel to possess and transition the team going forward. We didn't have that.
Can I
I mean, can
I say something about this? I disagree slightly about the CDM necessity in this lineup. Slightly. Obviously, a CDM position I think is important in football, period. But I would say the talents of Ravel Morrison and a Daniel Johnson on the pitch at the same time, both players control the ball well when they're with their home clubs, should have been enough. And the reason why it wasn't enough, again, comes back to tactics. I think we weren't ready for that. They weren't ready for that role. And then, Ravel reverted to come dropping back. Daniel didn't drop back enough sometimes. And eventually Ravel switched up front. Daniel was back in the confusion. But I think we had enough talent on the field to control the ball. Both players control the ball a hell of a lot more on their home clubs when they have the ball than I saw them today. Right? We can all agree with that, I think. I hope we can. But that's my 2 cents. But yes.
Sorry, saying tactics allow you to control a ball.
Pardon me?
Tactics allow you to control a ball and tactics allow you to pass a ball.
Spacing, yes.
No, from a team perspective, not from an individual perspective.
Yeah, but you keep going back to the same tactic. And we said it, and you said it earlier that tactics allow you to make 5 passes. That was the main question that was posed to you. And then now you stated again, when they're in the club, based on the tactics, they play well. But when they're playing for Jamaica, because of tactics, they can't play football. That's what I'm trying to understand. They can't play football without tactics.
All right.
Mark, hold on there.
Somebody correct.
Hold on there.
All right.
Yeah.
Go through.
So what's the gentleman in the black shirt name? Dwayne, right? So Dwayne, you know that both these players play different roles at their club. So hence the reason why you see them having more possession and a better performance. They're not asked to do what they were asked to do on the pitch today by the coaching staff.
I think Ravel plays a little bit more of attacking midfield, and I think Daniel Johnson is very much a center midfield, not exactly box to box, but he's pretty close to box to box.
No, but Ravel at club, does a lot of that as well, coming deep to get on the ball to dictate play. Right? I think Daniel Johnson is not in my opinion, is not a deeper line midfielder. Right? I think Daniel Johnson is a number 10. That is me personally from what I see of the player. Every time I see him playing in a deeper midfield role, he always looks to me like a makeshift. It doesn't look like it comes naturally to him, right? There are a number of, I think there are a number of issues why we saw what we saw today. First of all, it pained my heart to see it, man. For come out for get 3-0 our yard, man. It hurt. It really, really hurt. Honestly. I think that one of the things that stood out to me is that there was a lack of cohesiveness in the unit. I think that was an issue, right? You could see the lack of the players on a number of plays. The players were not on the same page. You could see it for whatever. I mean, we could say is the lack of games together, whatever it is, but the players were not on the same page. Another thing that I have an issue with is the 4-4-2 formation at home, right? For me personally, I don't understand why Tapa never go with him favored 4-2-3-1, right? The 4-4-2 at home, me not really understand that, right? Me not really get that, right? I think that we had problems progressing the ball up to the players, the forward players, right? And I think that is so for a couple of reasons. I think one, I think the Panamanians did a good job in, I think, patterns of movement, right, from the forward players were lacking today. Patterns of movement in terms of when the passing channels to the forward players were being blocked. One, I don't think we got enough numbers behind the respective lines, right? That's one. And two, we never had anybody behind that initial line of pressure to collect the ball. There wasn't a lot of passing channels open, right? The passing options for players like DJ and Ravel, right, was mostly sideways, right? Like Lawrence or like
Formula. You have to realize that you have to take in consideration the team that we were playing, The man, them are high press with them are close with on and all of these things, Them are put up all of the blocks them that are needed. So if you can't penetrate,
and,
you have to go
coach,
sideways.
that's where, yeah, but coach, that's where pattern. You guys hear me clearly, by the way?
Yeah, man.
You guys hear me clearly? Yeah, man. That's where patterns of movement come into play in a coach. Right? All right, let me give you an example. You saw in the second half where Kima Roof, we were struggling to kind of make that forward pass, right? And Kima Roof sets a bomb. He realized that the passing channel was blocked, right? And Kima Roof in the hole made a movement, right? Moved in order to open a passing channel to receive the ball. Right, and the pass was made and he received the ball and the team got going forward. Right, we saw that too late in the game. In the first half, that never took place. The patterns of movement.
Me understand that in a formula. And me totally agree with you. But you still have to look on the tactics employed by the opposing team and them cause if them are block those lanes,
But we need to
we did not possess the ball. We did not possess the ball for 5 minutes, for 2 minutes, for in a minute.
Coach, we need to open back those passing channels with our movement.
But when we can't possess the ball, if we can't possess the ball, how you are able to open doors?
When the deeper line midfielders have the, first of all, we were desperately missing a link man in this game, right? We were missing a link man in this game, right?
Not
and that's why
formula. I think we were being the team was tactically prepared to take on this Jamaica team.
And
you know what? You know what?
Hold on. I can recall saying that this team is going to be very hard to scout because they never played together yet. But what this coach showed us is that take nothing like that to understand these players, because the man ain't gonna do them homework and then block out the lanes, close the channels, all of these things.
Coach, you know what our next issue? You know what our next big issue? You know what our next big issue though, coach?
Well, the Jeremy, me have a call online. Me have him long away. Caller, go ahead. Yeah, man, blessings. Where you calling from again? All right, cool. Big up yourself.
Yeah, man, but anyway, yeah, man, bless up. Me ask you whole thing, brother, and one ask the man up on the panel a question. The number 6, Liam Moore, see, when the class come over, did he jump to prevent that class?
No.
But why? Why the man never jump? Why him static? Why I never have him hand for the defender? A primary school thing that we learn nothing about that. So how him not jump? Why him never jump? And why him never even step back then? Because if he step back, he could have hit that ball, you know. You get me, I say? So, me I look funny that me I say, there's no effort, never did it, no effort, no alertness, nothing. Nothing but the ball come. Obviously, the wing back have the ball. He might go square if I can't score from there, so they might square. So, like, you don't know. That's a goal number 2, see? That's a goal number 2.
Yeah.
When wing back have the ball, the defender eye, which is more eye, the across the defender, they forward the right for him left shoulder, and the man square the ball come over, Liam Moore head go up in the air, look for the ball coming over, and the ball drop on the forward head, right in the net. I don't know what we call that as a defender. You understand me, brother? As a captain of a team, I don't know what we call that. But anyway, all right. I want to talk a little bit about Mexico. Touch one little Mexico game. The Mexico game today with Costa Rica. Anyone else see that game there?
No.
The game, Costa Rica head down there, and Costa Rica playing near ball. A 4 in attack. Talked about this the other day. The 3-4-3 formation Costa Rica played today. I had Mexico on the back foot all game in the Azteca. See, them get a penalty, and Mexico get a penalty, which is after them replay, them say the defender that didn't touch Guardado. You understand me? And him fake it and roll like Neymar and get the penalty. You understand? And me I said to my virgin them and we said on the program before, say we need to play our ball and stop talking about past history of what Mexico used to do to we, how big Azteca be, this, that a professional players we're dealing with here. You understand me? I say a professional players, and if they not play up to standard, we have to figure out how and why and what's producing this. Lack of energy, lack of motivation, lack of cohesiveness. What's causing all of this? Is it that they never played before together? What's going on? You understand where the training camp come from? Where it go there? How it we are going to do it? Costa Rica play a hell of a game today down in Mexico, and we playing them Wednesday, and believe me, it's going to be a sad state of affair Wednesday when we buck up in Costa Rica, because if it wasn't for the stolen 1 goal, it would be an illegal game tonight up in the Azteca, because Mexico is on the back foot the entire game. On the back foot the entire game with Costa Rica.
Yeah, but Carla, we are saying that a number of people are saying that the coach should be out because his inability to employ certain tactics. And it is disingenuous if we are saying that, and then at the same time we want the team to employ a 3-4-3, which is a very difficult formation to employ. You have to have the requisite skill sets from particular players to play that, and it has to take a lot of discipline. So all we are called the coach for out, and we want him try a 3-4-3 formation.
Coach, here's what I would say, right?
Let the caller answer money, and then
Watch out for right now. I want to Canada and USA right now. Same formation, Canada, USA play right now. The 3-4-3 formation right now as we speak. And the Costa Rica game, the Costa Rican formation is 3-4-3. So what wrong with we why we can't play? Discipline, indiscipline, while we're lazy, or we fit enough, what cause it? How other people are playing. And them a win with it, and them a progress with it. And we can't play because taxes not fit enough. If you're not fit enough, brother, you're there on the bench. You understand? If you're not fit enough, you're supposed to be on the bench. You're not supposed to be on the field. So the coach obviously supposed to know his players. If they're fit, if they're unfit, you don't ready for the game. It play somebody else who can play the position. I know one player, we have over players for the bench who can play in multiple positions, brother. So, I know the thing go. That you see the right now, I hit a go on right now, see the look. How other people are doing right now, look at it, see there. And that they matter when them out of position, when Costa Rica out of position, Costa Rica play a 4-4-2. Win back the ball real early. In possession, they play 3-4-3. In possession of the ball. 3 defender, 4 midfielder, and 3 forward. And the wing back them, which is the midfielders, go extremely wide for the touchline, receive the ball from the 3 defenders at the back from either side, and swing the ball back into the forward. That Costa Rica play. Keep Mexico on the back foot the whole damn game, and me can't believe it. I'm saying before, I'm looking at the comment section, everybody laugh. That's how it. Tuesday night, Wednesday night when me and you guys talk, everybody laugh and I say, yo, where this man come from talk about the formation. There you go. See there everybody are playing right now. You understand?
Yeah, man.
So if we don't have the players them to perform, the players them unfit, what's going on, we need to work on that. We need to have something going on because, brother, we don't know how this will go Wednesday, because to be honest, Costa Rica need to kill Mexico, and if a them we are go up against and we barely could have started service, we play 5-4-1 against Mexico, and we defend the whole game, and here we go. Anybody object to that?
Coach, okay.
No, nobody no object. Hold on, man. Right. Big up to the call. To the call. Respect and manners.
Yeah, man. Good night, Jinx.
All right, cool. Well, on the win. Even your Mannings man, I said. And then after Mannings man, I win.
So what I'll say is that, coach, is, you see, and this is where I said that the coach must take some responsibility. I'm not going to be a person who come and call for anybody at all to lose them job, but the coach have to take some responsibility. Here's the thing. You're playing with, say that they're not tacklers, but if you have a Bobby, Ravel, and a DJ in your midfield, all right? Even if him get it wrong, I'm going to give you that. Why in the first half, not one of our spot kicks were played short? It means either the goalkeeper don't trust the players, or we don't in front of him, meaning the 2 center backs. And every time we played it long, we lost the ball. Panama got the second ball. And so we weren't transitioning forward, but we weren't sitting deep. So Panama broke through the lines because we were playing far apart. Because that was the problem, We weren't attacking and we weren't defending. So we were losing in the middle phase of the game. So say Panama was possessing the ball. When we got the ball, we went long again. My question is, and this is where I'm saying that, obviously no session was done to teach this team how to take the ball from the goalkeeper, going through the center mid, coming at the top of the D, either playing to it, your left center back or right center back out. None of that was done for the entire game. That is how you beat the high press. And so it is clear, it is obvious that enough time was not spent to teach this team how to beat the high press. And so we were out there playing, it don't matter what formation, if you play the ball long and the team is winning the first ball and the second ball, common sense says after 15 minutes, change, yeah. And I'm saying we did it for the entire, that is my problem, Nothing was changed for the entire first half. Like, somebody have to take responsibility for that. And I'm saying, listen, if I am on the field and I keep chasing the ball because I'm being nonsense, I kick the ball long, then I win it, I tackle. At some point, I remember the Peter Cargill, even the same coach would go to Warren Barrett and take the ball and dribble from down there. This same coach. So I'm saying nobody on the field or nobody on the sideline could tell one of the players, please try just one thing different. Because doing the same thing.
Balance ball. Balance ball.
Yes, sir.
Because your friend them locked out that stadium, brother. We couldn't even get to cry to the team.
Man, I tell me, brother. Say my
We
friend them
couldn't
locking.
get locked out. Yeah, man, locked out now. Run me
You
out.
know,
Run me out that stadium.
So me not get locked out to brother. Me not
You get locked out. We get run out that stadium. Cause we brave and go there. I couldn't believe the day would come. And the Jamaica Football Federation would look for me, Cataract, would go the ends of the earth for the team. And then we come out that stadium. At 301 I problem. Me have my vaccine, you know. I may have my PCR COVID test 100 US negative. And we take and go down there, so brother. No, man, nobody not did this stuff. It's a team, man. On. The 300 plus people were then give and call them volunteer and all that something there. None one of them couldn't say man on. This game of football can't play without your fans. See your GFF? It cannot play without the fans. When you play without fans, not your friends, but real, true, authentic fans, you will get this. Because them people not even want clap, not even want cheering, not even want like a whistle we never hear. But listen to the whole broadcast, about 300 people each up in our stadium. We understand it, social distance and the time over there, and blah, blah, blah. So, we want to look forward. You see the next set of games, where come in October, the home game against Canada. Me no want to listen to the program, because I come for information and call management when I say nothing, when I say anything out of place. You see, if a YouTuber them will live at Jamaica, we can get an official press pass. Nobody can go in there. Because I'm not going to stand for this again. Because when I make people do bad things, you know, we are the heart and soul of a team. Not your buddies that you want to drink a little sorrel beer with. We are the heart and soul of the team. You know what you want a case of, White Roman want a case of Campari? Because I honestly believe somebody have to go in there and the guy couldn't. You know when something to that? Now me want to have to go sit down and drink this now. What happened to my poor liver?
Cataract. Let me finish now, Cataract, man.
No, well on.
Listen to everybody now.
We have a call online.
All right, we have a question.
Caller, go ahead.
Yeah, man, big up on yourself.
Steadily in the building.
I mean, Mannings, big up on yourself. Cataract, big up yourself, yeah. Jamaica, you know. Feel it, isn't it? Alright, so the match today teach us some things. Pinnock and Liam Moore cannot play in a back four together. We see that clear, don't it? Hello?
Yeah, listen, man.
Yeah, man, yeah. So, as we say, we play against USA with Pinnock and Moore 4 again. Now, we don't blame them now, but it's just a trend. Now, today, 3 we get. So therefore, either want to go to the back, the 3 at the back. Some people beat me the other day that talking about 3 at the back, but I open to understand why. Liam Moore best position to me is on the left. Ethan Pinnock are the same thing on the left. I have the 2 of them on the same in a back 4. Have a cause problem because we have right backs when it's so good. So it will put more pressure upon a man that play on the right side. You know what I mean? So I hope we get that. Now, hopefully we get to see them in October still, hopefully. You know, at least we can play with Grant or something like that, but we need at least a couple good stadiums. You know what I mean? Ravel Morris I'm a boss, but, you know, him never depend him game today, but, you know, we can't, guess how them put him? I don't know, you know? You know what I mean? But overall, it's a bad game. We should get beaten on the office like that. Before me leave, the top of our business, I want to say top of this game. Costa Rica game to me is a final match where everybody can agree that Tampa will have to send in a resignation. And either we use a local coach or something like that. But Tampa, when him just come in at the team, the coach and stuff, Tampa used to play the 3-4-3 formation until we get some good results. But all of a sudden, like him afraid of that. We understand. You know what I mean?
4-4-3 used to play.
Costa Rica, and we just hope and pray to someone. The side we have to hope and pray. But I believe something positive will come out. I mean, I say like some man, we just find like we just pray for the team lose to come out to prove a point. Say yes. We're telling them say yes, we are going to Panama will score 2 against you and about that thing. Because that's some people do, you know what I mean? Big up Cranky. We understand Cranky they ask some questions like that. We understand. But other people, you know, have different motive. And I do so. But big up on yourself, people. I'm out.
All right, Teddy. Hold on, people. Let's hear from Wayne. Wayne I wait a long time.
Yeah, man. Good night, Jenks. Yeah, man. Been listening to you guys a very long time. Trying to get through too, because I have a few pointers that I would like to add pertaining to what Cataract was saying just now in regards to stadium and fans. I believe we're not examining that properly. If you look at the squad, there is only about 3 players in the squad that ever played at the national stadium, at the international, the senior level, more than 2 or 3 times. So the home advantage that we are looking for, even with the crowd, it might not be there. So we have to write off that home advantage from now, because there is only 3 players: Alvas Powell, Kemar Taxi Lawrence, and maybe, and Miriapa, who have ever played in the senior national team over about 3 or 4 times. All the other players have never played in the national team more than the 2 Gold Cup group match they played the last time they had it in Jamaica. So
Bobby Reed and those guys played. Bobby Reed.
They only played the.
No man, Bobby Reed played for Jamaica before Gold Cup, sir, and they played friendly games. Bobby Reed played and Daniel Johnson.
How many matches play, sir?
Leading up to the Gold Cup, they played more than 6.
How many matches they play in the national stadium? That's what we're talking about.
Bobby Reed played games in the national stadium.
And he played in Montego Bay as well.
Burke has played as well. Johnson has played a couple of games as well. Lawrence, right? There's out there that have
so only a few players, as I was saying from before, play in the national stadium and the senior level, especially in Gold Cup qualifying. The Gold Cup qualifying matches that I mentioned before is only those 3 players have ever played Gold Cup qualifying at national stadium.
But I mean, I understand. Sorry to cut you, but the point about the national stadium, I mean, I understand the relevance of that point.
No, I'm not going to dwell on that. I'm just saying we must stop talking about the home stadium and fans. It's when the home thing is not a really plus, because most of these players, they are nervous when they even see us for the first time. It's same like if they are seeing the Mexico fans or the USA fans, they will be nervous when they see us too. So I believe an empty stadium will do good for the first timers.
That
is just my point.
That's a point about that. So when we in a stadium and I say man on, and the ball has some danger come from that don't make no difference.
Even when Antonio is about to touch the ball,
let her answer that.
Because when we are out our life.
No, I'm going to answer that, but I have about 5 pointers I want to share fast. But let her answer that first. A lot of the players, the English players, they not even understand what we are saying, sir, because we talk patois and we talk fast, so they're not understanding what we are saying. So it's Paul always being the translator, and if we notice, Whitmore did not pick this team because Whitmore was in Mexico from Tuesday up until Friday.
Sir, how you know who picked the team? How you know who picked the team?
No. If he picked the team, that would be a foolish idea, because
how do you know? But how you don't know who picked the team, sir?
We're not talking about who picked the team, sir.
But you just brought it up.
Yes, but I'm saying it would be illogical for Whitmore Let her finish. It would be illogical for Whitmore to pick the team, and Whitmore was not here from Monday to Saturday when the training sessions were taking place with the
training
English.
session. No, Wayne. Training session have nothing to do with who pick the team. The head coach can leave instructions, with the assistant coach,
But now,
and he carry out.
And the assistant coach can tell him what is taking place in
Yes, and that's what I'm saying. He would have acted information.
Both of them make a decision in terms of.
Yes, but he would not act on first-hand information. Wait, no, he would not act on first-hand information. I don't want to dwell on that.
Lieutenant, I trust him, Lieutenant.
All right, no problem.
Hold on, coach. May I go point to order again? Because we got my friend, my family, as a family, come for the panel for the first time I try. You see that panel is a credible thing. We can't talk something. Hold on, the boss.
Go ahead.
You can't talk something when you don't know. So here what? Coach Whitmore was at the full training last night. And that
is only one training, sir. That's only one training, sir.
Hold on, bad man. That are the full training with the 23 man when named. So, but the coach and the boy. I coach working in tandem with his assistant coach, pick the team.
And
anything else to say is just wrong. Totally.
I will still say that Whitmore only been at one coaching session and he did not see the 8 English-based players who came between Monday and Friday. Let us move on. I want to go on to bloggers' responsibility.
So you think the video? No, again, I have to pull you up, brother. That is why the JFF and the technical staff have a little small camera, not the one where JT Taylor said go underwater, because we don't go underwater with man, but they have a little small camera, sister, and the whole thing is videoed. And I want to guarantee you that that video is uploaded to the national coach. He's well aware. But now I'm gonna make it look like a fumble double thing.
No. So how long him get to watch it and analyze? We don't need to go in that.
He had a long flight, man.
How long you get to watch it and analyze it? All right, let me move on. The vlogger's responsibility, like you, Cataract. Vlogger's responsibility, like you, Cataract, who hype up these overseas ballers. Let her finish. And they come to the national team believing that they are coming to Moko Clarendon, believing that Jamaica do not know nothing about football and they are gods because of the way bloggers hype them up.
No, again.
Hold on.
You're going to know, Cataract. You're going to know.
Catalac.
But my boss. All right. We hype up the players. We hype up the players, right?
Formula, hold on. We want to hear what he must say. Make him point because we don't want to talk and then change up the conversation. So make him talk.
Thank you. If we have watched from 2006 when Jermaine Beckford, Marlon King and all of them were here, you understand? We would have seen that for hype up new ballers without them coming in and proving themselves would not be a smart thing to do. You understand? Because we have an influx with Marlon King, Jermaine Beckford, and afterwards we also have Noseworthy, Miriapa, McNuff, McCleary. I can go on and on. I've been watching this team a very long time. You understand? Each time Jamaica have an influx of new players, Jamaica overhype these players, having the players believing that what we have here before was not quality. So they come in with this pre-notion that they can just walk in the national team and do as they please, which that's what I saw tonight. Except from the two center back who made some mistake. They made few mistakes, but except from those two, all the English players were missing tonight. Not one gave at least 20%. And I am talking as a Jamaican, been watching the team for a very long time, having my ticket at the National Stadium. I had to jump over stadium fence. We had full. When the Van Wagonist, yes, I'm calling the Van Wagonist, those are the fans I'm describing now. Because majority of the fans don't know half about none of the players. You understand? I see Alvas Powell came on, and person asking if Alvas Powell can make pass. Alvas Powell and Kemar Taxi Lawrence are two good attacking left back and right back. But the end of the day is sometimes they don't get to show their attacking prowess because of the way the team is playing. Let us see if I have any other pointers.
Hold on, before him pointer boss, right? Because he's gone about 4 points now, and everyone we have to tackle. But I'm going to tackle this one.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, man, sir, Coach, hold on, but let me tell you something serious, brother. We take certain things serious. I'm a hype up player. I support and uplift my player. I raise them up so they can be strong.
Yeah, but
Hold on, don't listen to them, friend. Listen to them, friend. No, you might start. Hold on, man. Let me tell you something. Anybody who watched this program and watched last week, what did I say to you? I told my cousin. I said, you are coming to Jamaica. This is not no vacation. This is not no pina colada. This is not no shaking on the beach. I said to him, this is CONCACAF. If you come here and give less than 100% Anthony Grant, me, your family, go and block you up with a pickaxe stick and show you how we do the thing at Jungle and Boys Town. Come and play with your heart. This is CONCACAF. You will get embarrassed because around here, son, a joke. We hear formula say it for film program. Listening certain time. Jeremy, the man has some slick thing in the man. They hear the man, they say, all the while, we're talking about quality and then coming. Nobody no hype up no baller. We hype up a team, including we talk about all our players. Man talk about Tyreek McGee, who want to talk about whatever. That is the role of a blogger. To come and say that the man then come and walk in like them a God. Me see Daniel dance that try out. Me see Kemar Roof and run round, but he running never work out. Because the ball never reach where him and run to. Me see Andre Gray come and give him all. Me see Jamal Lowe. Me see man come and play to the best of their ability. We coach, we have come and talk.
Hold on, man.
But we listen to the man
all of that. Catara, hold on now. We don't have to go through all of that.
No, but the man come make we look like we're so hype merchant.
Hold on now. I've seen English players came and then get the whip. We're not partial. And we are called name. Man like
Clayton Donaldson.
Man like Hector get beaten. Man like when name Curtis still get beaten. So I don't want it to be said that there is any preference towards English players.
Sir, it's not about preference. It's about these players from Antonio to Roof to Lord Ravel. All
so
these players are over.
Let me ask you.
No, you can't.
Let I finish. Wait, no.
Mikel
Antonio is
arguably the number 9 in the entire world. Out of all the top 5 leagues in Europe, in my boss, Mikel Antonio is leading every single
sir, but he might not be good for Jamaica. Yes, he might good for
contributions.
Formula, I love that question. He might be very good for West Ham, but not good for Jamaica. That's what I'm saying.
So a bad man.
They might be good for their clubs, but not good for Jamaica.
If indeed we did hype him up, right? If indeed we did hype him up, you don't think based on the quality of the player that he's worth the hype?
No, I don't believe so. No, because if you've been following Jamaica, because if you have been following Jamaica,
you want to come with local things. So what?
No. Don't mix with local. I'm talking about who is good for Jamaica. Who is good for Jamaica?
Yeah, but my friend, haven't we seen Ravel Morrison, right? Put in performances for the national team that was say, yo,
I've seen Ravel Morrison. I've seen Ravel Morrison in discipline. Go ahead.
All right, hold on a sec. Kamala, Catalock. That is your new name. We stop calling Cataract. Catalock.
Cataract, man. Cataract.
I thought you said Catalock. All
right, man. Don't confuse the thing, man. Look at that.
I'm talking about football. Man. So,
Manning gonna run joke, man. He just try to lighten up the room.
All right.
No, man. We don't want to lighten up, man. Because we take Jamaica thing serious.
Listen, man. Make listen. We don't want to talk about nobody.
So, Mikel Antonio had the option up to the time he came to Jamaica to still represent England. He opts to come and play one game when, according to you, the head coach of the team was not here to condition him. And you are now saying he may not fit for Jamaica based on 60 minutes of football.
No, I want to give him a chance. I want to give him a chance.
All right, so hold on a sec. I am
just cautioning. If you listen to our phrase, it's sermoning. I'm cautioning you guys to, when you have a responsibility as vloggers, when these ballers coming in to do the research on the baller, see how they fit into Jamaican system. Wait, no.
What you talk about no, but I have
but
to
what system?
What kind of research? Listen.
You don't need the research, man.
Every one of us as bloggers have gone from when Mikel Antonio was in the lower leagues.
And I play defense.
And I play defense. We know Mikel Antonio from that time,
man,
when he was injured and out. We are not looking at him from this season. We are looking at his overall career. And all I am saying to you is that for you to say that we are overhyping him based on one game is just as inaccurate. That's what I'm saying to you. You cannot say we are overhyping him because it's one game. What if he scores 6 in the next game that he plays for Jamaica? Whatever you say.
Manningsman is one of the most anticipated footballer to play for Jamaica. Whether Wayne Wignall believe it or not, because the man come to Jamaica with pedigree. England want this man.
No, and I'm saying that's sad.
Let me speak, sir. Let me speak. I give you a chance, you know. England wanted this man to play, which is a far superior team than Jamaica. And the man turned down England because he's committed to Jamaica. No, for this game that he played, it looked ordinary because the pieces of the puzzles weren't attaching. So if you have to talk about this game, you might have a point. But don't say vloggers overhype the man. The man a big baller.
All right, great. Let me go into
The man is a leading goal scorer. The man is a leading goal scorer for West Ham United. How much?
Let me address Coach 1 second. Coach, if you look across 1 second formula, if you look across to USA have at least 7 to 10 baller in Champions League. Hype about that. I'm saying why hype baller if you can make in not even playing in Champions League? Our standard are too low.
Yeah, but he is the leading goal scorer right now in the English Premier League because he has the most goal contributions out of any number 9.
Yeah, that is just pretty much a goal.
Hold on.
No, the man called your name. The man called my name. Hold on, man. Let me answer, man. You see when you come on here, so me make some back reach like over deadly.
No, man can't reach me.
Kemaru, read it in chat. Kemaru.
You don't care about the chat. America have 11 Champions League baller.
Kemaru, you said nobody that they have the hype for Champions League. Kemaru has played 2 seasons of Champions League.
I know that. I'm barely play 1 season. I know that.
No, sir. Sir, you said we're hyping up ballers and then can't even play in a Champion League.
I'm talking about Mikel Antonio now, sir.
No, sir. You may not.
Bailey has played Champions League already, sir. Bailey has played Champions League already. So you don't need to go there.
I was about to go on to Bailey.
You understand?
Right? No, but you can't do that sitting there, brother. Look here.
Yes, can I say something?
Hold on. Allow me to finish and address the point. Because the man said, vlogger like cataract, an overhyped baller. When we speak, I say, Mr. Primo Vision, I say, good detail and other people, break it down. Military Guna, each baller, their strength, their weakness, and we never tell a lie yet.
So why
no
everybody...
perfect baller is coming to Jamaica. And I'm saying to Mikel Antonio's machine, man. The time will come when, sir, you are going to eat humble pie.
So why are you all encourage a 5-0 against Panama, 3-0? I've been following you guys,
because I love my
and I
team,
hear,
and until the whistle blow, I believe it was going to be 5-3. Even in the 90th minute, I thought we were going to score 5 goals
against Panama. You're ridiculous.
Yes,
that's what I'm saying. You know,
I
stop
am
being that
ridiculous.
crazy.
Cataract.
Hold on,
but not everybody is like that. Hold on.
I am not going to
That
be
is cataract in my boss. Yeah, one blanket and a fling over the wall away.
Oh, you try to pull away from under the umbrella.
No, me not try to pull it, but me talk
about that two sides.
last argument
Take your beat. Listen, let me tell you something. Sir, when it comes to this thing, a lot of people make their prediction and they talk this nice thing and Jamaica about this and that because they really want to see Jamaica win, so they can come in that chat and grin their teeth and kick because my side get beaten. At 16 years we got through this with Leeds, and until the 90th whistle blow and Leeds not get promoted, me believe it and keep believing. And one day it did happen. 16 years. So understand, I am not a hurry come up Reggae Boy fan.
Hold on,
coach, and I'm glad that you, sir, are a diehard fan. Hold on, man. I'm glad he's a diehard fan. I mean, ticket will climb the thing. So, you know, somebody that beg and don't make sure they have a next Jamaican. So I will see you on the plane on Tuesday when we head to Costa Rica. Because you are a diehard fan. We follow that side here. Because I'm going to call you out. Because I'm there airport, I'm there Costa Rica. I'm going to see you in a stadium, brother. Anyway, me see you. May I light you up online. Right? Don't talk to people who follow that side. Go everywhere and come talk about Madawaganese.
One question.
Coach.
Hold on, the last thing I say, coach. Coach, you never hear me tell, coach, answer this. You never hear me say this public program. Panama is Jamaica's bogey team.
But we say it, what I will say it. I will be wary of Panama because a good team. We said it. But I want to ask Mr. Wignall a question. Since you say we are overhyped the players, who do you suggest that should be in this team?
The thing is, I have no problem with the persons who have been selected. What I want to see is everybody being treated equally as Jamaican footballers and everybody going out on the field to do their job, irrespective of the club they play, irrespective of the league they play, and we will judge them on one thing: the effort they make for the country and the team. That's all we should judge them based on. I don't know how we've been judging them based on everything else except what they do for Jamaica.
All right, coach.
So why you never come on? So why you never come on here? Since that's what you want. Why you never come on here and start your process? Anthony Grant is the greatest CDM since sliced bread. Because he
played one game and he looked good.
No, my boss, you just deal with a man who plays 60 minutes. So your mouth a cut class for your brother.
It's not one man alone I deal with me. I bash Ravel too.
Let me ask a couple of questions.
Hold on, the management. I give you a chance. Mr. Wignall, you're not making any sense enough. Because
we are not making any sense.
Listen to me. How are we going to know if a footballer can play well? The local players play in the Jamaican Premier League, the local league. If a person is going to be called up, the coach or the technical staff has to go and they are called up based on what they are doing in the league or what they did in the league. So when you say that we should not talk about what the players did, and then when they come in the national team, we have to talk about what they did.
That's the only time we get.
Let me answer that part. Let me answer that part. Because we here,
we have never seen that part. We have to go after where the man are for club boss and the man is performing.
I hear you guys finding.
My boss. I want to say something a long time in my boss.
Go ahead.
You say we are overhyped Mikel Antonio. Mikel Antonio last season scored 10 goals and 5 assists in 26 games in the English Premier League. Right? That is 15 goal contributions in 26 games in the toughest league in the world. The season before that, it was 10 goals in 24 games, right? But me not understand how you say we are hype up on Mikel Antonio. What the man is doing for club over the last two going 3 seasons.
How we know about Leon Bailey? Now we do
You guys ask a question. Let me answer. Let me answer. You ask a question. Let me answer. I am saying everybody identify players same way. Scout and the players doing good. You get a call up. Them come in. I am saying when they come in, you give them a chance, and that's when you start to. That's when you start to grade them. I hear people.
No,
Wait,
brother,
no. I hear people on this panel and person who call in finding fault for the players and blaming coach and blaming other people. Antonio get about 5 balls today. Roof get about 10. They all bounce up on them. They couldn't control the ball.
Let me just deal with it now. Sir, with all due respect, when I spoke and the panel agreed, we said 70% of the responsibility lies with the coach. The players, I went as far as saying, and Dwayne can probably, who was here from the beginning, can confirm this, that at the end of the, even Coach Minzy agreed that players, like everybody, must take responsibility for not being able to complete 5 consecutive passes, even if a donkey is the coach. That was clearly.
I did hear that, sir. I did hear that, sir.
But you're not making any reference to those things.
No, but I know the general consensus that was us humaning.
But no, even the coach agreed.
In fact, Ravel bust in a 10 minutes, and that's when Ravel always bust. And you continue praising about Ravel.
In a 10 minutes. Ravel bust in a 10 minutes, boss.
Ravel always bust in about 10 minutes.
Boss.
Ravel always bust in 10 minutes.
No,
that's why
boss,
I can't say
no, boss. Ravel never bust in 10 minutes in this game.
How much minutes he bust then?
Boss, we never see Ravel because Ravel was played out of the game. Ravel was
played out of the game because he was bust. He was tracing.
Panama did their homework.
Point in time where it was just long ball after long ball
Ravel
after long
could not go for the ball because he was bust.
No, boss, you're talking. No.
Everybody watching the game.
Panama.
Don't go around the game.
Oh, the man for busting that spot. You watch Ravel play for Derby County.
I'm not talking about Derby County.
You watch Ravel play for Derby County, so I'm not boss when he must
I am watching him for Jamaica. He went on same way in the Japan match.
Derby County in the 98th minute.
In the
80th minute.
Yes, because that's cool.
When no boss for Derby, but him boss.
All right, let me get back some order. Caller is on the line. Caller, go ahead. Oh, the call drop star. Caller, call back. Sorry about that. Call back.
The call drop, boss.
Oh, see my call back. Hold on.
Oh, all right, cool.
Caller, you there?
You drop again, man. Me hear it, man. Boss, all the man a bus for Derby County. And I stitch a wicked goal late in our game. Wicked screamer.
No.
Not bus for Derby County, but
let's look at the facts in front of us. On this show, Sir Wigner, when we play the Mexico game, right?
Hold on. We have a call online. Hold on.
Because I need to make this point.
Go ahead. Yeah. Big up. Mr. Wigner, people have voted out today.
Yeah, man, me see it long time, man. Long time.
We don't want to go down the road there, man.
We not voting about.
But me ignore it, man. Ignore it. I'm see it.
I feel views in a man, and we're speaking views on the left.
Coach.
No, man.
When a sound get lock off, If people have fling enough battle, I did it. Sir Wigner, tonight is not your night, my brother.
Let me say this. I kind of find
hold on, you came with your 5 dub them and you play them, and none of them are connect. A young song like management, them are counter-attacking. Brother, you have to wheel and come again. You understand? The people them say no. You have to listen to your masses. Wheel and come again. No disrespect. A big man panelist. You see when I look on defeat, we analyze it critically so it don't happen again. We just run, come jumping. You see that little thing where you go about man forget praise from the minute them say them even want a passport to make them come and feel welcome. Some will come and some won't perform. And others who are unexpected will come and perform. We'll rate them and we'll lift them up high on our shoulders so they can reach the top. That's how it go. You can't come here and none of the argument even make sense, brother. Not one. Not one. And then they come and say, they say, we not do research. You know you talk to your research God. You know you talk to Mr. Google and you talk to Formula Sport. Formula Sport that tell me all about some league in a Saudi Arabia, all of that Kazakhstan. If you bother them today. Dre anyway, you know them people. You know Mr. Primo Vision, you know Jermaine. You know the level of research your management do on the Bush League where we have outside of Jamaica. And they just come and suggest that we just
hold on. Don't done the book. Don't done the book for him, Qatar.
No, me empty
don't
clip.
Finish the ticket book. But we have a call online.
No, that's how that's a laptop coach.
Caller, go ahead. Hey, the caller might come in like crazy.
Coach, the caller might come to say the same thing. Wiggle out. The people that stop say Tapper out.
You know what
is out.
You know what is funny, coach? Let me tell you what is funny.
The people that say Wiggle out, the back of them are flick, coach, but don't say so.
Coach and Keter, let me say this, right? When the Mexico game was played, so you talk about criticizing local players.
Hold on again. We have Ian Campbell, the big man online. Ian, go ahead.
Yeah, no, guys. Surprising that we lost the game, but I think team chemistry is probably the biggest factor why we lost that game. These guys are playing together for the first time. We had the Gold Cup, we had friendlies prior, and we had years before to get these guys and have them to prepare for this World Cup cycle. So you're taking a bunch of players, putting them to play in a all-important World Cup qualifier and expect quality. Not going to happen. Panama has played together for a long time, right? So this is unfortunate, it's sad, but what did we all expect? Really and truly. Be realistic. These are quality players, many of them were lost on the field, when the formation worked against them. The pitch, I think, was also a problem, in my opinion. But the ball was bouncing on them. Right? So they have issues controlling the ball. And
but Ian, can I interject there?
Sure.
So the Panamanians weren't on the field. They were playing on a different surface.
No. They're on the same surface. But what I'm saying is that they handle it better than our players.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my point.
Okay.
Right.
Why you think that is so though, Ian? Why you think they handle it better than our players?
Because they're more accustomed to rough, rugged pitches, whereas our English-based players are used to matte surfaces, right? So ball control was an issue. I saw that the entire game, right? And also these Panamanians are playing together for a long time, so they're accustomed to playing with each other. Our guys are playing together for the first time in an all-important World Cup qualifier, right? That's too risky. These guys should have been available for the Gold Cup. It's inexcusable why they're playing together for the first time. Right? That's my piece.
All right, Ian, big up yourself.
Blessings.
Yeah, man. Manins, you were saying something. We need to go look on it, the players then, you know.
Yeah.
And look
all
at
right.
the rating. But Manins,
let me just go quickly because with all that Wayne is saying, in the Mexico game at halftime, people were complaining about Bowser. I don't think we are more critical to one set of the players. And so this idea that we treat some players a particular way, people are still saying they played bad. Somebody called in and blamed Liam Moore for not jumping. So it is a balanced review of the players. So there is no isms and no schisms. All right. And so you can't question our credibility to make it look like we're afraid to criticize the English-based players. It is not true. There's no truth to it any at all. At the end of the day, Brethren, at the end of the day, we took a predominantly USL base squad to Mexico. We lost. We played predominantly at the start of the game. English-based players. We were down 2 in the second half. We brought on some of the players who played in Mexico, and we still lost the game. Fans have a right to be objective in their criticism. All right, it's not tearing down the players. I do believe if Antonio were in some teams, he could have played. He took a West Ham team that was battling for relegation into the top half of the Premier League, bro. Totally down to him and his performance last season. To have him as anything else. Bobby Reid was very instrumental in Fulham getting promoted. So when you see these things and hear these things, you have to give people credit. There are people in this panel and on this group who talk about McGee. Every game that Jamaica plays and he doesn't play, he's a locally born player. People call for him. And in fact, some of us think that we overhype McGee. So when we come on this and say that Jamaica going to drop 5 and you say we were being naive or foolish or whatever, what were your expectations? Because I believe that Jamaica would have won. I never had it at 5, but I believe Jamaica would have won. Did you believe Jamaica could win the game? That is the question you must answer. Did you believe that? And what was the scoreline you predicted?
You're mute, boss. You're mute.
Yeah, pleasure to know.
Hold on, Principal.
Yeah, so...
You hearing?
Yeah, man, I'm
Coach, you need to raise the volume on the call, you know.
Go ahead, Principal. Yeah, man, we are here. Talk. Speak.
So can I say, first question is, we had a lot of tactical, mathematical issues, right? But the first thing we have to notice is that,
Coach, you're not hearing not where boss I say.
Yeah, we're not hearing a boss say. The people are not hearing. You need to speak up. Yeah, I hear him, Formula. Anybody else have a challenge hearing him?
Yeah, I hear him still, you know.
Make him go on talk.
You have to turn up a volume, Coach.
Yeah, the
Tell
volume,
him to do that.
because everybody will call, you know, at the same thing, you know, we not really hear them so clearly. Also, R2, the volume too low.
All right, go on.
First and foremost, we have a record, right? I don't think to the short they would still not solve that shit, right? First and foremost. Secondly, it is have something changing. So on another area.
Like him use a Nokia 3310. So you have to.
No, man, we're not.
Call just talk. And don't ask if I hear you or not. I hear you a little bit. I struggle, but I hear you though.
Dre, me not hearing none at all. Me don't know where you're here, but.
Hello? Carla, go ahead. No, sir, this now work.
This name banger phone. You understand? So,
okay, the Nokia cataract.
It's a banger. But here what now? Make up a chop of them. Banger them with the app. But here what, Coach? What can happen? Can we rate the players like we normally do so the man so that we bias can try?
Yeah, man, that's what we are moving to now.
We are rating them and we can hear about this.
Yeah, but cataract.
Well,
before you,
100 missed call we have on this, you know.
Before you get into rating the players, I think.
Yeah, man,
I
try to get the players. In the meantime, starting with the goalkeeper. How you rate the goalkeeper?
Hold on, Menzies. Hold on.
I think it's important that you want to get in something in a coach before you rate the players.
Go ahead.
All right. I think Jamaica need to continue the prayer and pray to the Almighty. Because when you look at the standings, all is not lost. Because US and Canada draw. So only Costa Rica, only Panama and Mexico, 1 and 4 and 1 and 6 points. The others are on 2 and we're on 0. So all we need is to get off the mark. And the guys have to realize that they need to go into Costa Rica and get a result by the hook or the crook. Whatever it takes to get a result.
They can't do it by the crook. That not working in football. That means to steal it. They can't do that. So by the hook.
Well, if they have to steal it, Mannings man, they have to steal it. You understand, like a thief in the night. This is where we're at right now. And I am hoping that they're on the same page and everybody is looking into what's happening right now and say, listen, Coach Whitmore and Hall need to rally the troops and say, listen, we need to go in there and fight. I don't like what I saw tonight. The energy of the team, there's no urgency in our play. I watched the US-Canada game after Jamaica game, and trust me, that game was moving back and forth off the hook. Our transition game is too slow. World football, you cannot get results with playing at that pace. So when you meet teams that move the ball and can possess the ball, we're going to be in trouble. So if we don't realize that and say, listen, we have to speed up. We have the players to do the right thing, to speed up the game. Why did we look so lethargic and slow in the field? We never win second balls. We're slow to get to the first balls. We can't win like that. You know, we cannot win like that. So I hope they look at it and reevaluate and say, I notice most of local coaches, they always says, we have to get back to the drawing board. We're not no artists. So we don't need to get back to the drawing board. We need to reevaluate. Look at what's happening and what's transpiring in the field of play. Whatever you train is how you play. If you train slow, you're going to play slow. The coach needs to look at it and implement some high press, small sided game to speed up the process, the way we play. You understand? Small sided game with speed is the key. 6 versus 3 and have them working hard. 5 versus 2 and have them working hard. You understand? They work at intervals. These are the only things that will help us to change our transition game because we play too slow.
So you're saying that the country with the fastest man in the world and the 3 fastest women play slow?
Exactly. Absolutely. You saw them with your own eyes.
Cataract and Devon, track and field speed has nothing to do with football. Don't mix them.
Listen to me, man. Listen to me. Menzies, listen.
Listen, we listen to that, man.
The same way you train, if you train slow, I'm not talking about track and field. I'm talking about urgency.
That's what I was explaining, Devon.
Moving the ball quicker. It's not track and field. You understand? I'm a certified coach. You understand? I don't implement track and field in my sessions, but I implement.
Devon, probably you misunderstand what I mean. Cataract was saying, how can we play so and we have the fastest man and woman in the world? But I said to him, you can't mix.
No.
Oh, well, maybe. So
let me finish.
Maybe.
If we need to develop players who have faster bursts of speed, we have the 2 best track and field sprint coaches in the world in Jamaica. get the players down at you take a MVP if they need to learn how to get that burst of speed.
Cataract.
But it's not only about cataract.
It's not the only thing.
Speed enough.
My argument.
It's not only speed enough.
Okay, brother. All right, let's keep doing what we're doing. Right?
I mean, we're talking about the movement of the ball as well, you know.
Exactly. It's not only the movement of the ball. Hold on, man. I don't want to use them football brain for me. Let me tell you something. I saw when the ball was in open field. I saw Corey Burke eat up the yards on the field with every stride. I saw no one else when the ball was 50-50 that they were outrun
It's
and
only
It's
only two players. It's only two players. It is only two players I saw tonight in the park. Kemar Roof and Corey Burke working them tail off. The midfielders who should be doing that, not doing that. They're relaxing in the middle of the park in my field. No, not in my field.
When you make the talk initially in a cataract, you put it in the context of speed of play.
No, I did not say the word play never came into me. I never used the word play.
No, I'm using different words.
But also, we are running slow. The ball.
Remember,
hold on, please. I don't know if anybody saw it. The ball will go 20 yards, and a Jamaican and a Mexican and a Costa Rican, a lot of Panamanian start to run to the ball, and 9.9 times out of the 10,
they get to it quicker than us.
Come on, they were winning the first and the second.
No, it's not. Don't put the pretty term. The man then slouchy and slow and sluggish. They reach to the ball before us in the open field. That is called pace and speed over a short distance, and that can be taught.
The intensity level was not where it needed to be, right? They were playing lethargic. They were playing very lethargic.
Cataract. It's also called a misplayed ball. They played the ball in the wrong spaces. They put it in the wrong place.
Yeah,
let me say something to you.
I'm just talking about the ball recovery.
We're talking about 50-50 balls as well.
Let me say something to you. If a player is in space, where should you play the ball?
You asking me that?
No, it depends.
No, I'm asking anybody. If a player is in space, is in open space, where should you play the ball?
Mr. Porter love the rhetorical question, but he will give us the answer.
No, where should you play the ball? I'm asking anybody. It's an open question.
No, but you just tell me that, Devon. Just tell me, because you know.
You play it to the player's feet. You cannot play if he's in space. You can't play it in space.
It depends on the context, Mr.
If he is in space, if he is in an open, free space, you cannot play it into space. Now, if you play it into space, it becomes a 50-50.
Mr. Porter, what if it's a through ball to a forward player, Mr. Porter? You play the through ball into the space for the forward to make
that's a different
onto the ball.
Listen, that's a different thing. I'm saying you're not listening to the question. You're not listening to the question. If I'm in open space, unmarked in open space, that's the question. I'm not talking about a players running through with the interior game and you're going to play a diagonal pass through the space. That's a different thing.
Devon, you play the ball to the man.
Exactly. You play the ball to the man's feet. If you play it in space, and this is what I see or saw going on, and you don't do things like that. No, you put him in a spot now. He has to now chase for the ball, close down by a man, and then it becomes a 50-50 challenge. Wrong.
So we weren't passing the ball properly?
No, absolutely not.
I agree with that statement.
The passes, there were misplaced passes in the game. There's no doubt about it.
We can't tell you all night because we're depressed, brother. Can we look at the player ratings, coach?
Yeah, man, see it on screen there.
Yeah, we could start with the
Caller, you
keeper.
there? Hold on, a caller is online. Caller, share your point quickly. You have about a minute.
Oh, oh, you guys hearing me, brother, right?
Good discussion,
Oh, sorry.
and share the passion that we have for Jamaican football. But just my piece on the game is that if we really look at it overall, we talk about their performance, but the number one thing was Jamaica lost the game in Mexico and also at National Stadium is a lack of game plan and coach managing the player. If you notice when Panama scored and they were still playing, the coach was on the sideline still cheering on their players. Also, our coach was sitting there like he was out of his depth. And so what our player lacked was motivation. Something is not right with the team, and we need to win it. I don't know what is going on at the back door, but something is not right with the team. And this is a very good team, far better than Panama. Excellent team. If you look at it on paper, we shouldn't have been winning like that tonight. That's just my few contributions.
All right, sir.
Support.
Big up yourself. Thanks for calling.
Yeah, man.
All right, so the first player is on screen. Oh, Akil want to make a point. Akil, quickly.
Okay, thank you.
I want to this.
Are you guys hearing me?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, all right, thanks. Yeah, so I just wanted to make a couple of points. The first thing I would say is that I still believe that we will be going to the World Cup, and I still think that Tapa is going to take us there. I understand the disappointment, I understand the frustrations, I understand the criticisms as well towards him. But what I will say is that I had an opportunity to look at the schedule for the hexagonal, not the octagonal, sorry, qualifying, and the FIFA dates. And I think one of the things that I'm learning as a young Reggae Boy fan is that if we play the games in phases, I think we will do well, because I'm of the opinion that I don't see 3 teams getting past 16 points in this competition. I may be wrong, but I don't see 3 teams getting past 16 because I think it's going to be tight. I think we're going to see a lot of drawn matches. And I think it's going to be tight, especially when you go closer towards the end of the competition. You're probably going to see a lot of draws, a lot of teams fighting and so forth. So I really think that 16 points, if we can get 16 points, that should carry us over the line. I may be wrong. But at the same time, why I said that I still believe in Tapa, because when I look at the last 13 months that Tapa has endured, and when I think about how we have started this campaign, we haven't started it in the best shape, in the best manner. But what I will say is that I think there is enough to suggest that Tapa can turn it around. I think a lot of persons, a lot of persons in my circle, I should say, I can't stand up publicly, but a lot of persons in my circle are forgetting that Coach Whitmore basically have to be working with. So, like, for example, each game that he has to work with different players going into a World Cup qualifying year, when this should have probably been done 2 years ago or even 3 years ago in preparation for this point in time. So I'm not going to be harsh on him, but I will say is that people being critical about the team's performance and his performance is not, I don't see anything wrong with that. But as I said before, I think that we will be going to the World Cup. I think that we will go there with Tapa, and I think that if we play our cards right, which I think we will, we will do well. The thing about Mexico is that this is how dangerous this octagonal is. Mexico could get 9 points from this series of matches, and then the next series come and they don't get a point, and then the table just come up on Mexico. So that's why I'm not losing hope, because as I said before, I don't think that 3 teams are going to get over 16 points. What do you guys think about that?
Good point. But before you answer,
can you hear me?
Can you hear
I
me,
can hear.
Menzies?
Go ahead.
Well, I can hear you guys. Sorry.
Listen.
Caller, go ahead. Devon, hold on. A caller is online.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Good night. Good night, panelists, man. You got yourself, Coach Lindsay.
Yeah, man. Big
Yeah,
up.
man. So,
Canadian calling.
I feel like say the coach them really talk to the ball of them enough about Conquer Cup football or rough it is, because basically the man them seems very coward out there. Because when the Panama them start rough them up, the man them look like them afraid to go in and tackle. The man them look the 50-50 ball, them Panamanian with all 50-50 ball. You understand? And I tell you, it's not pretty. You understand? We really can't blame them. Them just need to really sit down the man them tonight and talk to them and make them revitalize back the man them don't say, yo, I'm hook up thing and a joke thing. A life and that thing out there. You have to run off your butt up. Man them come out flat like a pancake or we eat in Canada. I tell you. You understand? No energy. You understand? So at both coach and the player them may blame tonight. But all is not lost. You understand? We're still in night. Everybody up on 2 points. So we Mexico and Panama about 6 and 4 points. So we're still right here. We can't bounce back. So all is not lost. You just need to talk.
Can I say something?
Go ahead. That caller, we lose that caller there.
I don't understand why people aren't seeing the pattern in how we play. Like that caller clearly doesn't see the pattern in our play. No matter which team we put out there, there's a certain pattern of our play. This energy that we keep talking about that we don't have, I mentioned it before. The coach didn't have it either on the sideline. We were not prepared for the press. There was talk about, was it Devon that said that we need to play faster? The playing faster is learning how to play when someone's pressing. That was the strategy for that. If they're pressing, every strength is a weakness, right? If you're pressing, you're leaving something open. If you're able to counter it, that's how you win. The Jamaican football team today had no counter. No counter. Why is this over everyone's head? Anyway, that's my point.
Is it okay for me to respond to that point? Hello?
Yeah, go for it, man. I'm listening.
Okay, no problem. So I understand that this is Panama and we never did well against Panama. But wouldn't you say that we pressed well in the first half against Mexico? In terms of how we defended against them, wouldn't you say that we pressed well against Costa Rica?
Stop it right there. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but that Mexico game was one of the worst football matches I've ever watched.
Okay, no problem.
Did you watch Mexico game?
Yes.
That wasn't pressing. That was wave and barrage of waves after waves coming at us. We sat back. We sat back. I thought we were sitting back in a lower block, but that's not a lower block because you sit on the edge of your 18. That's not a lower block. All 10 people was in the 18-yard trying to defend.
That was a plan for that game, and that was the structure for that game, and there was organization there. Trust me.
And
one thing I will give them.
And we were very fortunate in that game as well, because we need not forget that Mexico in the final third was not the best in that game either.
Yeah, but when you set up a low block, you don't set up a low block that low to your goal. That's the difference.
Your centre back have to push the team to Devon.
So, coach, we can get the player rated, please.
Yeah, man. See the on the screen, man.
We can hold our call for the next half an hour, so coach can go through the rate to that player with the field to the player then. Because when we're ready for rate the local player then team, we'll do it quick and fast.
Andre Blake.
6.
He got a 6.2 here. He played the entire 90 minutes. 3 saves, 2 saves from inside the box, 48 touches, accurate passes, 58%. Long balls, 20, 4 of them accurate.
Exactly.
That's pretty much, yeah.
Exactly. That's why he deserves less than a 6. Because as much as I love Blake, I have no idea what he's thinking when he's taking the ball so long, so many times. I have no idea. I have no idea. I don't understand.
Yeah, but my friend, if he's playing to instructions, then that is not his fault.
Okay, fair enough. Then that's some bad instructions. That's some real bad.
Because clearly it is a strategy of the coach to employ the long ball.
I agree with
You can't fault the player for that. How the coach tell him to do?
Yeah, but when you play long ball, you have a target that you're playing the long balls to.
Coach, I give him a 5 still, you know. I give him a 5 because he's the captain of the team. And like I said, I didn't see any leadership out there. Maybe because I'm not in the stadium, I couldn't see some of the stuff. So I give him a 5 because I didn't see any leadership. Number 2, that first goal, the header that came in. I think the second goal, the header, where the guy came in. I feel like there was no communication. Like, as the man at the back, I don't know if he spoke to Liam Moore, said man coming on the blind side. I don't know. And so I have to, a 5 me give him still. You understand me? Because, you know, me rate Blake as one of the top 20 goalkeepers. That's my own ratings of him in the world. I rate him as in being in the top 20. But for this game, I think his performance was average, and an average performance is 5 because I didn't see leadership from the back line. Lowe was not there. He needed to do all the talking, and I didn't get a feeling from my television that he was doing that.
I slightly disagree on the leadership thing, man, because in the first 10 minutes for sure, I only heard Blake's voice. I only heard his voice. So he was definitely leading. And there were some times where, you know, the stadium is quiet. I heard his voice also a little bit in the second half. I think he tried to lead, but he made some bad decisions too, you know. And I also think that just the lack of accuracy on his kickouts also caused Panama to gain a lot of possession. It has to be a 5, unfortunately. It cannot be a 6. Cannot be higher than a 6, and it has to be a 5.
All right, you know, one of the things about this cataract, we always say we always question this report from SofaScore, because we think we wonder how them get them thing, right? But based on this, all of the players were in the red for SofaScore. None of the players get a score past a certain threshold where they would be. Probably about 2 players were a bit out of the red into yellow. But I mean, it was all right. Kimar Lawrence, what was his score? He played 90 minutes, 1 interception, he was dribbled past once. Ground duels, he won 2 out of 5. Possession lost 9 times, fouls 1 and was fouled once. He made 1 dribble attempt. It was successful. Made 5 long passes. 2 were accurate. Crosses 1 and that it was accurate. 79% passing accuracy. 50 touches. How do we rate it?
Kimura is not the same anymore, coach.
Huh?
I said Kimura is not the same anymore. I don't see taxi out there. I don't know what it is. Someone can elaborate on it, I'm sure, but I don't see taxi out there anymore.
Coach, you know what I think's going on with Kimara? I think he knows that he'll be playing 3 games, so he got a reserve. He's playing discipline out there, so he's not lunging and playing aggressive like we used to seeing him play. I think he's playing to his instructions, you know. The Costa Rica game, we may see the best out of him.
Okay. So far gave him a 6. Is that a good enough grade?
6 is a fair grade.
Average. I coach. For me, still my grades are very simple. Everybody get 5.
All right.
No man.
Everybody minds, man. Seriously.
Everybody
at 3 love.
got 6.
At 3 love we get it. At 3 love we get it. Them can't get more than 5.
Yeah, so far score
But
everybody.
them
You might
them
get
a say the 5
6.1,
too high.
6.2.
It's a 5.
But we see some man is mad. We see some players, not a lot, but we see a couple players that were actually playing harder than some, you know. So we can't just give them a 5 right across the board, man. We have to be honest with our grades.
So,
All right,
Aaron, may I be honest with my grade?
All right, boss. All right. Well,
You
I'll
know,
hear what you have to
hold
say.
on, you know, my name is Zero Boss, right?
No,
Mikel
can't give a
Antonio,
play. Me can't give a play a 0 still.
came dangerously close to that. But now I'm tell a lie about that. Dangerously close.
Yeah.
Dangerously close.
Mikel wasn't too good for them.
As a matter of fact, he need to be thankful we can get fractions. But God no. Right? So coach, Kemar 6. Ethan Pinnock 5. For me, Liam Moore 5.5. And Wes Harding 5.5. That's my thing there for the back line. Anybody else can come in.
All right. You see the back line for so far score. A matter of fact, as I say, everybody gets 6, but the highest graded players on the pitch were Ethan Pinnock 6.6, Daniel Johnson 6.7, and Wes Harding 6.6. And if you ask many persons in the comment section, these 3 players are players that they would consider not playing well.
No, because that means the people don't understand ball game, coach.
I'm Pinnock would have been man of the match for Jamaica.
Look, but coach, they're not far from that. But here, what happened, coach? People looking at the site of the error. They're not looking at where the game breaks down. So people be blaming Wes Harding for the goal. What could the poor chap do? No support down that swing, you know. He had no support down that thing. Me know Mikel Antonio is a wing back. Me expect to see Mikel Antonio bomb up and down the ring. This is the fast pace, man. Me they want if me there is a coach, me I throw him one buckle of baby oil so he can rub up like Adama Traore. And slip
It was actually a 2v1 in a Catara. It was basically a 2v1, you know.
Go on, keep going.
With the Wes Harding goal. The one that people blaming Wes Harding for. It was actually a 2v1.
That's why I say keep going.
But
So
if you look at Ethan heat map, whole power him put on, you know. Simple as you see it, you know.
Not simple as you see it. The people them are come read with coach. Everything up.
But coach, it's the era when keep on stepping into, as I told you, because in the era the players them were deployed for the D mid position right there. Wasn't making a tackle. Each time he has to step in that red zone.
I want us to do some analytical. I don't know if you can bring up Anthony Grant's map from Mexico. I don't know if that's possible. But if you remember, you see that red space where Ethan was playing? Those of us who recall that was where Anthony Grant's heat map was on the left. So the left-sided CDM, we needed a left-sided CDM in the 2-man CDM to put in the work. So Ethan Pinnock is almost playing like a CDM. Even though they know where I'm 18-yard box. That's why we generally get boss. All right, now, coach, let me tell you what worry me now. People are taking coaches around the league are taking us to a skettle side. So they now come here now come defend for 1 point. The man here say we give away the thing easy. So they might come look for your thing. They might come look for their road points, boy. Yeah. That's the truth. So it's gonna be more difficult going forward because coaches are you have to get 3 points on the road. A man I feel like he can't come at Jamaica and get the 3 points.
I agree with you, Cataract. But this is what I didn't agree with the last caller, or was it the caller that said that we can make up the points that we lost today? It's not going to be. There's no way it's going to be that easy.
Losing 3 points at home is not a joke. You can do it. 3 points at home is a problem.
Yes.
Because it changes the narrative that other teams are on points, you know. The They must have them top points too, you know. So they must have boy, I have to make up back that 2 points on my chop.
It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough.
Look like Jamaica self on the back road. So I could go down this and get it. And that's not an easy thing.
It is going to be tough.
Once it's speedy heat map. Because right now, more a step in the same section on the right hand side.
All right, so more would have had he got a 6.2, 57 touches, 82% passing accuracy. He made 10 long passes, 3 accurate. 3 of 5 ground duels he won. Sorry, aerial duels. Made 2 ground duels, 1 none. 9 possession lost, 2 fouls. 3 clearances, 2 interceptions. That's Liam Moore. Ethan, aka Rupert, 66 touches, 78% passing accuracy, 7 long balls, 1 accurate, shots off target, 1. He was fouled twice. He never give up no foul. Lost possession 14 times. Aerial duels 1, 3 from 3. Ground duels 1, 4 from 4. 2 tackles, 1 block shot, 3 clearances.
Can I say something about Pinnock?
Go.
He over dribbled this game, right? I saw some possessions where 5 too many dribbles. I don't remember. Over dribbling was definitely a problem for him in the game. I don't know why the ball stayed at his feet for as long as it did on so many possessions, or got back to him in bad places. It's bad strategy.
And that a central defender does not dribble.
But he's a ball, but Evan, he's a ball playing centre back. He carries the ball for his team.
Listen, it's only 2 central defender in the world I have ever seen dribble and get away with it.
Who's that?
Lucio and David Luiz, 2 Brazilians. And they play in a club system that understands them, and they play in a national system that understands them. But when they go forward, the CDM drop off and becomes a centre back. It's only 2 central defender does that and get away with it.
Coach, but you know,
more ball playing centre back than that is in the game right now, Devon. Right?
Yeah, coach. We can't agree with that.
Listen, it's a bad strategy.
And they do it well.
Listen, gentlemen, it's a bad strategy to do for a central defense is dribbling out of your back line. If he lose the ball, what's going to happen?
But that's what
and guess what? You cannot play for me. You cannot play for me as a dribbler, as a central defender. You won't be in my team. It doesn't matter who you are.
Well, that's what I've been seeing
that's your
for
opinion.
the past few years in football, you know. Central defender carrying out the ball and making the passes.
Yeah,
that's
Mr.
what
there's a lot of times centre backs, you know, on the ball, you know, and a channel open up for them to they take the ball and move into that particular space with the ball.
Well, guess what? I'm gonna say something to you. I'm gonna say something to you. If you're coaching against me, and I noticed that you did that twice, the 3rd and 4th time, you won't get away with it.
Coach Porter.
And the reason why you won't get away with it, because the press is going to come so high and fast that you don't even know what's hit you. And I'm talking about all 10 players coming for that ball.
Mr. Porter, football now, with the evolution of football where you're allowed to pass the ball from in the box with the goalkeeper. Defenders, because you cannot press inside the 18-yard box. So defenders are allowed to take the ball in the 18-yard box while you have to stand on the edge of the line. If you press that high up the field, Mr. Porter, they beat the first press. You cannot press with all 10 players in modern day football. So it has become a practice for goalkeepers to dribble even to the edge of the 18 so that they can create the space down the middle channels and the flank to beat the high press. the first line of defense. That is why teams like John Stone is doing more of that. All the teams, all the big teams, PSG have Marquinhos from Brazil who does that. At Chelsea, the Chelsea people will tell you that they have their centre back
Rudiger and Zuma does that.
Rudiger does that. Maguire does that for Manchester. I mean, so that is a new way football is played, Mr. Porter. Maybe it never used to play back in the days, and you cannot say that you're going to beat the press and you're going to press our team because they beat the first press, because teams can start the play from inside the 18-yard box while your team has to stand on the edge of the 18.
Okay, it's 10 versus 10 outside in the field of play. No. I'm gonna counter him.
So you never hear about a defender named John Stones?
Yeah.
Listen, it's 10.
Maguire do it.
It's 10 versus 10 in the outfield. Okay. I'm gonna refer to 2010 World Cup in South Africa. You remember the Germany Argentina game?
No, because I don't watch no other team.
Okay, well, let me tell you something. When the press comes, it was man versus man. You picked up everybody that when you press the central defender, he cannot do nothing unless he's going back to the goalkeeper or he's going long.
What I'll say to you
Manage, my biggest respect. We don't want to get into that technical thing right now. We can just finish. We want to hear the rating and the score and the stats, so the whole fans can hear it. But we are going in one matter where we can talk about tomorrow or next Friday.
No, Keter.
Hold on a minute. Coach, can we stick to the stats, the heat map, and the ratings?
But Cataract, you have to allow other people. You're not going below Cataract, man. We have nobody get upset, man.
No, I'm not get upset. We are going to sit there. Big up AI themselves. Because me want to hear that, because I want to know how fear, I want to go better know fear. But me never really want to go past sofa score by myself and get the press. Coach said this at the stats time and this at the ratings time. We could just deal with that now. By the time we talk about everything, you're going to say a 3 hour 49 minutes away for tomorrow. I said, no, I'm going to talk about the football part.
So the football is
Coach. Me, I respect everybody.
Give the floor to Cataract. To be fair enough, what was
no? You what? Me not this stuff. Me big up him on them. Me go Wallen and my team. When they go out the party.
You can't leave, man.
No, coach. Me no.
Cataract. To be fair enough, we never go off on a tangent. We never go off on a tangent. We're talking about Infantino's performance.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's squash this and let Cataract do the analysis right now.
May I listen, coach. Come on, want to be fair to the player. Because here what happen. People are gonna say when the local players play, we go in a detail in them analysis and beat who with a beat.
All right.
And now we now.
Let us move on then.
All right, let's go.
Where's Zardin? 6.6, 70 minutes, 46 touches, 73% passing accuracy. Clearances 2, 1 cross, it never connect. Long ball, 3 connect out of 5. He make a dribble attempt, wasn't successful. Ground duels, 2 from 5. Aerial duels, 1 from 2. He lost possession 10 times. He was fouled no time. He made 2 fouls. Clearances 2, I did say that, right? Interceptions 2, tackles 2. What's the perception of his play?
I think Wes Harden played a very decent game. I think he played decent enough to stay on the field instead of Elvis Powell. That was my perception. But it wasn't spectacular, but decent enough to not have Elvis Powell come in and take his spot. That was weird.
All right. So I want to rate him.
The score. All right. The score is all right for Harden, man. The difference with this one, Jay Weather now. You see the last game I tell her that Berg was deployed to help Powell on that side. With this game, he was not deployed to do that.
I want to get to Burke. I want to get to Burke.
All right, so we finish with the defense line. Everybody in the defense line got 6. Wizard in 6.6. Ethan 6.6. Liam 6.2. Kimar 6.0.
Kimara 5.5 for me.
All right, Corey Burke now. In the midfield.
I don't want to start, but I want to comment.
All right, 90 minutes. Ground duels 1, 2 from 9. Aerial duels 4 from 11. Possession lost 13 times. Fouls 3, was fouled 2 times. 1 interception. 1 tackle. 4 dribbled pass. So people dribble pass him 4 times. He made 1 dribble attempt, wasn't successful. Shots on target 1. 2 crosses, none no connect. 1 key pass. Accurate passes 4 from 9, which is 44%.
What the hell?
Touches 27. 90 minutes. What's your assessment?
Exactly.
The man, wait, hold on 1 second. The man made 9 passes the entire game.
Exactly.
That's what I say. That's what I like listen to them thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Corey Burke.
9 passes the entire game.
Because we were outpossessed. The forward never have no touch. The midfield had no touch.
Corey Burke did not belong.
Yeah. I know that it's not all on him.
So, Corey Burke. So whoever
by the way,
bring
up the stats again.
Whoever put Corey Burke in that position needs a head examination. No, at this point, no, me not be top of it. That one there. So.
Exactly.
Corey,
Yeah.
So Corey Burke, so you have moved a number 9 striker who played nearly 90 minutes in the last game.
Yes.
And you had not Blair Turgot. You had Blair Turgot. We don't know Blair Turgot. If you travel the man them woman and send the people them woman email, they find it. Because they now play, we don't know why. You had Blair Turgot and you have Flemings.
Yep.
Who are wingers.
Yep.
Or players. And could have been deployed there.
Yep.
That is the first tactical mistake.
I think that people sometimes get fooled by some of the play in the World Cup, where Corey Burke a lot of the times was drifting out wide and putting crosses into the box. But from the standpoint of helping to build up the play,
formula. It was a different formation. You can't.
That is midfield. That is what I was coming to. Okay. He was playing in a different. That is what I was coming to, coach. He was playing in a front 2, right? And he would have, as you hit the nail on the head, playing so deep and being asked to assist in building up the play is not his game.
Nope.
He's not, and I think that's what I was saying when I say I think people were fooled, by the couple of runs out wide and the couple of direct plays that he had in the game where him drift out wide and put some crosses into the box. I think people were fooled the coaching staff seems to have been fooled by that. That is not Corey Burke assisting in build-up plays, not his thing.
Can I say something? That they're fooled by formula. They're also fooled by his energy. I get that he chases.
True.
And I love the ball chasing. I love the ball chasing. I chase the ball too. But that doesn't mean that I play well if I chase the ball. If I don't find the teammates in the spot that I'm supposed to find them in, that's a very important position. And when the game started and I saw him in that position, I was like, oh shit, this is gonna be interesting. How are they gonna do this? How is this gonna work? And it didn't. It didn't work.
So just to chime in that also. One second, management. In this game, what could have happened also, and I was looking keenly for it. I wanted it to happen so bad. Corey Burke slip into that strike position and Michael Antonio drift out wide for a moment in the game. You get me?
We're not hearing that, Jeremy. Jeremy, and something went wrong with you. All right. When he gets back, Corey Burke was playing on the side where Bobby Reed is. So Bobby Reed it would have fit into that winger role easier than a Corey Burke. So why wouldn't the coach put Bobby Reed as the number 10 where Corey was on the flank and put Corey up front with the other striker?
No, but Bobby Reed was on the opposite side of the flat midfield four, you know, on the left hand side of the left wing, you know.
No, Bobby Reed was playing in the center.
He was playing as a what?
Let me say this. Bobby Reed was playing as a central attacking midfielder.
No, boss.
Coach,
Let me say this.
He was not. Just listen.
No, he was not.
So who was the central attacking midfielder?
There was no central attacking midfielder. They were playing with a 4-4-2. They were playing with a 4-4. Remember, I said that in a Qatar. Remember,
hold on. We don't have to war. So
no, man,
talk over each other side.
Yeah, cool.
So in a 4-4-2, you don't have a central attacking midfielder?
No, you have central midfielders.
Central midfielder. When you play
it wasn't a diamond, not a diamond. No, flat midfield, not a diamond.
Yeah, but you can transition. You can transition.
Say something, man. Every man that jump in. You see that thing when I'm mute, so I can hear everybody. When I ask, by the time I say 2 words, there's also a 4-4-2 where you play like this in a diamond, where you have a central attacking midfielder. So don't tell me say you don't have a central attacking midfielder in a 4-4-2.
I was referring because we already had made it clear that it was a 4-4-2 with a flat midfield 4. So when you said that, I thought that that's what you were referring. That 4-4-2 was what you were referring to. So my bad, Cataract.
Let me just say this, come over run. This is the issue in the game today, that we as the fans who watch the football week after week, days and weeks and months and years, can't even come to an agreement as to how the system that we're using was. We're not sure if it is this or we're not sure if it is that. We can tell you what Panama was using, and they are not the team that we support, and we couldn't tell you what system or a national team. Cataract have one version, because I have a different version of what we were playing from you guys, you know.
Which is?
Which is?
The formation we were using is that nobody know what they were supposed to do. That's the name of the formation.
Coach, you see this comment by Giovanni? I would like you to bring it up, please. Please, may I beg you bring it up. Giovanni make a comment about Blair Turgott. That comment is one game in the Gold Cup, you know, where we saw a number of crosses being put into the box, you know. And that was when Blair Turgott was deployed on the right wing, you know. Seeing he created 5 clear opportunities in that game for us to score. It was the Costa Rica game. The Costa Rica game, right? And Blair Turgott has not been deployed. We not see Blair Turgott from the start, and my boss have Corey Burke as a winger, as a out and out. Me not understand that.
Favoritism.
Not even as a winger, as a right midfielder. Because it's not even a winger as a right midfielder in a 4-4-2 with a flat midfield. He was a right midfielder, not even a winger.
90 minutes.
Exactly.
90 minutes.
Well, persons will say that he played hard.
And that's what I don't agree with. I don't like that philosophy of he played hard, because he didn't play smart.
Yeah, it has to make sense. All right, let us move on. So, wow, that one was telling there from Corey Burke. All right, Ravel Morrison. But again, the man was played out of position, eh?
Poor Ravel this game.
Ravel, 45 minutes. Ground duels 1, none from 1. Aerial duels 1 from 3. Possession lost 3 times. Fouls 1. Long ball accurate passes 88%. 18 touches. Why was he taken off?
Because he yelled at the coach at halftime. I'm speculating. I'm joking.
No, I'll tell you why he was taken off. He was taken off because he was taken off because he disappeared from the game, which is not his fault. I don't believe it was his fault why he disappeared from the game.
Because he was shackled.
At 45 minutes, man.
You have to let him loose. Put players around him so he can let loose. You have to know what you have in your armory. If you don't know what you have in your armory, the cavalry is gonna come for you.
Can I say something? 45 minutes for the guy, the player that can control the ball the most on the pitch. Do we agree that he's the one? He's the one.
I agree with you.
Control,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
45 minutes for that guy.
But look, here's the thing, though, my friend. Look at this: 18 touches, right? The thing about this part, after a while, man, in that first half, man, after a while, a pure long balls was being played, Pure long balls was being played. So they weren't even passing the ball. They weren't even trying to get Ravel Morrison on the ball to do anything with it.
And formula, from what I know, when you play long balls and it is not accurate long balls for players to hold up and the midfield get involved in it, it is going to pressure the defense, because when that play is broken up, these technically gifted players, they're going to come through the middle, they're going to string the pass, and by the time the defender kick up the ball again, here comes attack. Kick up the ball again, here comes attack.
Yeah.
You understand? So it always put pressure on the defense, and that's why the center halves were involved in the game, because they were always under pressure.
Coach,
Coach,
when we finish doing the players, I would really like for you to look at the statistics of the overall game, because for a weaker team on paper, to come into our home, and have 61% ball possession, and if I'm not mistaken, played over 100 passes more than us,
Formula.
It is a serious indictment, man. We in trouble,
Very serious indictment, but this is nothing new, formula. We had A teams, B teams, C teams, and for all of these teams that have been playing, we would have had very low percentage possession. And if you check the teams that do well in world football, you can answer the rest of that.
But coach, you see the thing is, we're not in my humble opinion, two things I want to say. In my humble opinion, man. This Panama team, in my humble opinion, this Panama team on paper is a weaker team than our team.
Much
but they have been playing together for 3 years constant.
And that is a big point.
They have been playing together for 3 years constant.
Exactly.
That's true enough. That's true enough, Mr. Porter. And that's a big point that we cannot deny. But I still believe
the Panamanian youth team that went to the Youth World Cup. You remember?
It's a big point, It's a big point, Mr. Porter. Yeah, man, it's a big point, and we're not ignoring that. And I even made mention of that in my videos as well. But I still believe the team is not being set up in the right way.
Right. No matter how we set up the team, this team, according to instruction, possibly is not a possession-based team. I have looked at the stats. We have not outpossessed. Even games that we win, brethren, we not outpossess the opponent. Probably the two games possible in the Gold Cup. We need to check back.
Coach. The coach is not a possession-based coach. I think that is more what you need to say. The coach is not a possession-based coach.
Exactly.
You can't get good result if you don't have the ball. You cannot play the game and wait for counter attack. No.
Formula, I'm gonna say one small thing.
Quickly, Devon, we can move on to the
next. If you look at teams that possess the ball, they don't just play in a nutshell in the middle of the park. They open the field big and wide, width and depth,
Expansive.
so they can keep the ball and they can
Expansive.
play it around the opponent.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you're gonna play, if you look at the Jamaica way, they play in a little square, in a nutshell. You can't possess the ball that way because the opponent is too close to you and they get to you quickly and they upset you and you only can play 4 passes and give it away.
All right, let's move on to Daniel Johnson.
I told you that we can coach better than Tapa. I told you that we can coach.
6.7. 90 minutes. Ground duels 1 out of 5. Aerial duels 1. He did not win that. Possession lost 8 times. Fouls 3. Was fouled once. Interception 1. Dribbled pass 1. He didn't dribble pass anyone. Big chances created 1. Long balls 3 from 5. Crosses 2 from 4. Key passes 1. Accurate passes 83%, which was good. 44 touches.
So, coach.
And the reason why Daniel Johnson is one of the high-rated players on the field.
So, coach,
yeah,
here's the problem. Your CDM won how many ground duels?
How much did he say?
I didn't hear you, Cataract. What did you say?
No, 1 of 5. Were they playing CDM though?
No. Hold on. Daniel Johnson was given the CDM role in the 3-man midfield that there was.
Yes.
Right?
Technically, yes.
And he only won 1 of 4 ground duels. That's trouble.
1 of 5.
1 of 5. That means 4 times he was not able to do all the purpose. Right? No, but I have to compare DJ to Grant. If you want to compare DJ to Grant, I'm not really doing that for big up Grant, because we don't go over that performance there yesterday. I will know that Grant did win every ground duel except one where they called a foul, when it should really have been him getting fouled. So Grant did win. There's only 1 ground duel Grant lost yesterday.
Sorry, let me clear that comment. BJ would have more touches than Ravel because he played 90 minutes.
Yeah, but you can just multiply it by 2 then, brother. It's simple. It's not like tough arithmetic. So you have to. So you say, yeah, coach. Welcome to reality. Yes, CDM is my favorite term because I've been preaching about the need in the modern football game for a central defensive midfielder. I've also preached that the central defensive midfielders are not a dime a dozen. Yeah, I don't mean raising him. I don't mean raising him. I just say don't make the comparison because I'm not comparing the two. I'm saying to you, CDM is the position that they need. So yeah. But we don't need to talk about a player who didn't play tonight. Coach, you can move on, coach.
All right, Kimar Roof. 6.0. 90 minutes, ground duels 1, 3 from 7. Aerial duels, none from 3. Possession lost 9 times. Fouls 1, was fouled twice. Dribbled pass once. Big chances missed 1. So the first chance I gave him when he get the big chance and he missed it. I thought it was 2 chances, but they didn't add that one as a chance. Dribble attempt successful 1 from 2. Shots on target 1. Shots off target 1. So the one where the goalkeeper save was on target.
Yeah.
And the one that kick over the bar off target. Long balls 1 from 3. 74% accurate passes. 32 touches. I want to grade him.
I think he was better than a 6.
He was better than a 6?
Slightly better than a 6, yes, but not much better. But you know what? I think he got roughed up out there.
Yeah, yeah.
And maybe that's the whole, toughness of the CONCACAF thing that, everyone keeps talking about. But at the same time, he was also in a bad position too many times. The possession that he lost the ball, for example. Why was he there in the first place? Why would we pass the ball to Kamaru there? What is Kemar Roof going to do with the ball there? That's a Ravel Morris possession or position on the field. That's not a Kemar Roof position. So anyway, yeah, that's my 2 cents.
No, so coach, as in the car, James, the Kemar Roof lost the ball for the first goal. I don't recall that. I recall a very bad pass from Ravel.
Power off.
Was it from Ravel?
Yes, it's Ravel.
It wasn't the best pass, but
no, it's a bad pass. Ill-advised.
He could have. All right. If memory serves me right, he could have done better with the pass. I think both of them were at fault on that particular play.
No. The way I learned football, the passer has the responsibility to make sure that the pass reaches the intended target.
But it got to him, but he had to kind of, remember saying right, he had to kind of stretch for it a bit.
So if you must stretch it, don't get
it was a bad pass, man.
It wasn't the best pass, but I think Roof could have done better. That's what I'm saying.
That's it. That is still a fair point. All right, Mikel Antonio. You got 6.2, 70 minutes. Ground duels 1 from 8. Aerial duels 1 from 4. Possession lost 9. Fouls 3. Was fouled once. Dribbled pass 1. Long balls 1 from 1 accurate. 67% accurate passes. 17 touches. Dribble attempts, none from 2 was successful. Shots off target 1. That's it from the big man.
So the telling statistics there is 17 touches.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you recall, I think I was on another program and I said, what was the key to victory? And my key to victory was get the ball to Antonio.
And that wasn't happening.
And that was not happening. Sure. And did he say too much walking? Yes, I was concerned about the walking.
Mm-hmm.
I really was.
I think the times that we got the ball to him as well, the balls weren't. It was, even when he did get some amount of service, it wasn't good service. If you understand what I mean.
All right, we're winding down, people. Bobby Reed, 6.3. 45 minutes. Ground duels 1 from 4. Aerial duels none from 2. Possession lost 6. Was fouled once. Dribbled pass 1. 73% accuracy. 16 touches. Dribble attempts none from 1. And that was basically Bobby Reed's game.
Should have been on the wing.
Bobby never had a chance.
No.
Never had a chance in this game to get into any rhythm. Was asked to play a little too much defense. He's not a defender in any way, shape, or form. So
I have to agree with you, Dwayne. It's like the man. Why don't you know? Why like when some producer.
At the same time, Cataract. Even though I can give Bobby like even a 1 for the first half. I can give him a bad score for the first half. But at the same time, you still put that player back in the second half. You still give him at least 10 more minutes.
Mm-hmm. I can see what you're saying. I don't disagree with it, but it's just all wrong bad. There's gonna be no good point in there. You know what I mean? It's just not gonna be. Okay, Speedy came on and played another improved game. That's it. Shining light.
All right, let us look at Alvas. They will soon touch Speedy.
Oh God.
20 minutes, 18 touches. 44% accurate passes, 1 key pass. He made a cross, did not connect, a long cross. Long ball did not connect. Was fouled once. 3 fouls he had. Possession lost 11. Aerial duels 1 from 2. Ground duels 2 from 8. Dribble pass 1. Tackles 1. That sums up his game.
So, coach, you play 20 minutes and lose the ball 11 times in 20 minutes?
That's telling.
Once every 2 minutes you have lost the ball? You can't fast forward the clock. to go 4 hours. Like we can stop it live. This.
No, man, when we finish this, we'll jump off, man. The people are walk out the stadium. Speedy Williams had a good game. I think he came on and acquitted himself well. 6.5. 45 minutes. 2 from 4 ground duels. Lost possession 9 times. Fouls 2. Tackles 1. Dribble attempts 1 from 1. Long balls 1 from 2. Crosses none. And he made 1. None was accurate, or it wasn't accurate. 83% passing accuracy, 30 touches. That sums up Speedy game.
Sums up a pretty that's a decent game.
9 times losing the ball 9 times in 45 minutes, though, you know. That's 18 times across if you was playing both. If you were to, you know, if you were starting, if you were to, I mean, I know it don't work like that, but just 9 times in one half is not good, you know.
As I
said, well, 11 times. So it's about 11 times in 20 minutes losing the ball.
Who that again?
Alvas.
No, that was even worse.
But even comparing Albas and West Harden lost the ball 10 times in 20 minutes.
West Harden lost the ball how long? 10 times in how much? In 70 minutes.
Yeah. So you saw the difference.
To be fair, though, you know, Marlon, to be fair, you know, Alvas' role was a bit different, you know. He was playing more advanced.
Yeah,
I
agree with
required to take more risks and playing in tighter spaces, etc., etc.
But bring up the people. Me can't take this. This a suicide thing, brother. So put me on suicide watch.
All right, Junior Flemings, 45 minutes, 6.7 he got. 1 from 2 ground duels he won. None from 2 aerial duels. He lost possession 12 times, was fouled once, interceptions 2, 50% passing accuracy, 24 touches, key passes 1, crosses 2 from 4, long balls none from the 1 attempt. That sums up Junior Fleming's game.
Game on and work hard.
Yeah, man,
That's
you
all
work
I can
hard.
say. I would say Junior Fleming is a 6.5. But he had some bad touches though. Like he got a ball to control in his chest and it just went out the right side when we could have had a good attack. Just losing the ball too many times, players not careful, and yeah. Let's go.
All right. Shamar Nicholson, the final player. Well, no, not final player we're looking at individually. He got a 6.5 for 20 minutes. Ground duels 1, none from 2. 1 possession lost. Fouls 1, offside 1. 100% passing accuracy. He touched the ball 5 times. Shots on target 1. Yeah, man. He drove one to the near post.
Near post, yeah. Nearly could have caught out the keeper.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but you know, there was a very crucial thing to it. Look at the Panama side. Hannibal Gaddad, protector of the back line. He lost the ball, I think it was 6 times as a CDM. Then 6 or 10 times, I think it was 6 times he lost the ball as a CDM. So he showed you how eventful he was. He was basically protecting that back line. And even most of the time, he was like an outlet for Andrade when he went forward. So you saw where we lost it. Remember today, we were debating about who will start in the middle.
Right. Yeah.
Suicide mission using nobody in the middle to tackle. And that's where we lost it.
Coach, we can't take it no more. So.
All right, one last thing before we close off.
Yeah, sure about.
Big
up the whole man them. Yeah.
One last thing before we close off is the overall team stats. Ball possession 61% for Panama, 39% for us. 6 shots on target, 9 for Panama, 4 chances created, 8 for Panama. 1 big chance is created, 3 for Panama. Panama made 459 accurate passes.
Coach, sorry to cut you, but click on the statistics part on the screen, man. Make you see it, man.
I click on it, but I now see it, so I use a different thing to bring up the stats.
Yes, you know where it is, though. Right beside the lineups, you know.
Yeah, man, we see it, man. Oh, the total statistics here.
Yes.
Okay, let me see if I the same thing. Yeah, no, slightly different. All right, so 39 shots on target, 9. Where was I? Shots on target. Hold on. Oh, total shots 9 for Panama. For us 6. 3 shots on target, 6 for them. 3 shots off target, 2 for them. Block shots, none for us, 1 for them. 4 corners for us, none for Panama. 1 offside, 4 for Panama. 22 fouls, 12 for Panama. 1 yellow card, none for Panama. So they also played a disciplined game. Big chances, 1 for us, 3 for Panama. Big chances missed, 1 each. Shots inside the box, both had 5. Shots outside the box, Panama 4, we had 1. Goalkeeper saves, 3 for Panama, 3 for Reggae Boyz.
Merciful Father.
Look at these now.
Look at the passes, coach. Over
546. He only made 337.
Coach, hold on, stick up in there, coach.
No,
stick up in.
Coach,
me know you're sure, coach, but me can't run past that in a coach.
No, just
serious
hold on, man. We are read out them and there. We get back to that. When we talk it and then we have to go back to read.
Yeah. Cool.
Accurate passes. They had 84. 459 from the 546. We had 251 for 74. Long balls. They had 44 from 80, which is 55%. We have 20 from 61. It's so much a long ball we play, even though they had more than us. 33% because we didn't connect a lot. Crosses, we had 5 from 14, 36%. They had 3 from 9, 33. Dribbles, 10 from 13, 77%. We have 3 from 9, 33. Possession lost, 139 for us, 120 for them. 35 duels won, 69 for them. 14 aerial duels won, 24 for them. Tackles, 7, 15 for Panama. 9 interception by us, 7 for Panama. 8 clearances for us, 13 for Panama. Panama destroyed us in every single department of the game. And back to the passes. 546 passes.
200 more than what we did. 200 plus. Look at the accurate. You realize that they had double the amount of accurate passes that they basically had almost double the amount of accurate passes that we had, you know. That can't be a player thing alone, coach. It can't be structurally something is wrong.
That is it,
guys. Listen,
structurally something is wrong.
I'm currently watching back the replay and the goals. Do you know that the second goal, Blake get beaten from 25 yards out?
So he was out of position, or was it a well-placed?
It was a very good goal, to be fair.
Yeah,
was
25 yards out. 25 yards out.
It was a rocket, Mr. Porter, and it was well
placed.
To be fair. To be fair. And I don't think he expected it either. It kind of.
Hold on, you are the goalkeeper.
No, I'm just going off a body language and just.
Well, guess what? Guess what? That means he was flat then. That means he was flat. Because that's the only thing I'm seeing him on the ground, trying to get up.
Watch the replay. He was caught off his line.
I wouldn't say that. I was just saying that the overall play in terms of it was, you know, a very accurate shot. You know, low bottom corner of the net. You know, it was hit hard.
He has been a
also
stalwart
came out
for
of
us.
nowhere.
He has been a stalwart for us, but that doesn't take away anything. If he mess up, he mess up. I don't care who he is. He messed up this time. You
Yeah,
don't
man,
get
I
beaten
said
from 25 yards out that easily, man.
we won that he gave up. Versus, yes, he made some excellent save, but there were two. He literally the shot that Cardova took in Mexico that he parried straight to Forrest Moore. Luckily, he wasn't in a scoring mode, so he decided to lob it up in the air. The pile driver, he basically parried it again. All the thing the player, he didn't go straight to the player. The one that he went up in the air and dropped it at the player foot again.
My friend,
We're in
I
trouble.
think
We're in trouble.
there
We're
is
in trouble.
something wrong
We are in. It's a
somewhere along the line,
structural issue.
and they have to
I think
fix it.
it's a number of things, Coach Porter. I think it's a number of things, and it's all adding up, and it's making one big mess.
They have to fix it.
Thank you,
I,
guys.
Yeah,
yes,
man.
sir.
Big up yourself, doing. Thanks for passing through.
Thank you, Formula. Thank you, everybody. It was a pleasure. All right.
Yes,
All
sir.
right, man. No problem, man. Take care.
I watch El Salvador and Panama. That team, it's not nothing to run when it comes to a passing game. They pass Honduras off the park, but they don't know where the goal is.
Coach, I think our players in the game are a bit too static. I have a serious issue with the pattern of movements. We are not seeing it. We're not seeing it. It is a number of issues, but I think
Formula,
as well.
I've been preaching that says we only react, and if you react, you're late. I've been preaching it.
I think the formation was wrong, and I think that the patterns of movement the team was too static, man. I keep going back to it again. There were two plays in the second half where I saw Kemar Roof drop into the hole, right? That space between the midfield line and the defense line, right? And when he was there, he moved into the space. The passing channel was not open, it was blocked, and him sets a bomb and move into another space to open up a passing channel, and same time as he make the move, him step to him side, see him step to him side, and as soon as that movement opened the passing channel, and if memory serves right, it was DJ was able to progress the play forward to Kemar Roof. As soon as Kemar Roof made that move, he received the ball on the half turn and he started heading towards goal, right? And then he played it off to another teammate. But we didn't see enough of that in the game.
Formula.
We didn't see enough of those players in the game.
If I come out with a 4-4-2 and the other team comes out with a 4-1-4-1, and I see that in the middle of the park, I'm losing battle, and you know my adjustment is drop one of my striker, play with one striker, have one of my midfielder be a designated holding midfielder, intercept, tackle, don't make anything come through the middle there, the back line. You understand what I'm saying? And compact the middle of your park to nullify everything. You understand? Because when you look at it, they always outnumber us in areas of the park.
So there was no counter punch.
And if they outnumber you 4v3, 4v2, 3v2, 2v1, they're gonna beat you. That means your movements and transition is not good enough. They're gonna beat you.
And they were getting players in behind our respective lines as well. That was something that we were not doing, especially our midfield line. That was something we were not doing to them.
Because you notice how fast they get up in the offense when they gain possession of the ball, and how the ball go fast to the striker, and the striker holds it up and the midfield start coming and he hold it up and everybody start coming in. And then what we do? We turn and start chase. It's too late. Too late.
Look, I hear all the talk about it, we the team has not played a lot of games together and etc. etc. While that is a factor because I did see some disjointment on the park and the fact that it did appear as some of a lot of a lot of plays well. You could see the players were not on the same page, but I also do believe that structurally something is seriously wrong with how the players are being deployed on the park and the roles and functions, etc. I think something is serious. I mean, these numbers are just disastrous against a team that is on paper weaker than us. Our team on paper is stronger than theirs. And I know the game doesn't only play on paper, whatever, but there's no way that weaker team should go to the home of a stronger team and do this to us. This is unacceptable. It is unacceptable, man. It is unacceptable.
Virgin?
Jerome asked me if me want to take the job. I am not a madman.
Gentlemen, I am going to close up this one now. So we have been on for the watch along and know this. It don't make no sense we touch ourselves no more. You understand? It has been a long day.
You see Cataract gone John in sorrows.
Cataract gone in there, you must know, you know.
Gone John in sorrows.
You understand? So
it is what it is, man.
Let us give thanks that we still have about 12 more games to go.
Boy, me can't give thanks to that coach because I tell you the way how things look right now, man, is a depressing amount of games left to go.
It is, but guess what? All is not lost. All is not lost.
Yeah, because
we have to regroup and reevaluate and come back and get the job done. You know,
right,
we still can.
Devon, Mexico 6, Panama 4,
yeah.
Canada 2, Honduras 2, US 2, El Salvador 2, Costa Rica 1. So
all is not lost.
We have to get at least something off the board against Costa Rica. Boy, at 3 points would do well. But we do Costa Rica play against Mexico. You know, looks so nice. But anyway, people.
Yeah, but Costa Rica play against Mexico. It's a tough game for them. I'm pretty much sure all the running happening at that game. Costa Rica is an ageable team. So what we need to do is go over there and run them down too. And make them have to run hard.
Hopefully.
Yeah, and run them to the ground.
All right, so let's up yourself, everybody. We have a close of the show now. Thanks to everybody who took the time out to tune into the show. Big up yourself, big up Formula, big up Devon, big up Marlon, big up to Alex who was on earlier, Cataract, Cranky, doing what the next man name, Mr. Wignall. Trust me, it was a good night, people. In terms of the discussion, but Jamaica football team, we have a lot of work to do, a whole lot of work. We hope that they will do their report and look into things and see what they can improve, what they can, make the assessment of to ensure that the team improve. I am going to drop a video tomorrow, talk about one of the things that I see that this team is not doing, and it is not helping us. It is one of the reasons why we are playing this way. Is it the coach? Is it the players? Let us see. Thanks, everyone. Big up yourself. As I normally say, people, stay safe. Peace out. Until next time, let's look out for the videos them tomorrow. I know them all come quick and fast. Big up all of the vloggers, them Formula, and the others. Can't call everybody name right now, but big up on yourself. You know yourself, man. About 20 people, I can't call out so much name now. Big up on yourself.